What? No money? Here, suck a cock.
Suck a cock?
Yes, suck a cock.
Live from the Streamline Mortgage Solutions studio, it's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Whoopee!
Hello, this is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Yeah, welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha's here. Butler's here.
Yeah,
Butler's mic on. There we go. Hey guys, what's going on? This is like, what do we call this? 1 foot in the cranberry, one foot in the turkey.
cranberry.
Yeah, I mean, we are almost out of here for Thanksgiving. It is show number
598.
598. So write that down.
Tuesday version.
I gave the robot the time off just for the
holidays.
yeah, for the holidays.
Speaking of the holidays, we have Black Friday sales on our merch page.
All Fridays matter, Tom. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, that's true. We have bundles there that
Hate
for
that
discounted
word.
rate.
Hate the word bundle.
So there's a men's, women's, and beach bundle,
Ooh, beach bundle.
and all at ridiculous savings.
Why did you? Oh my God! You looked at me like that was a lie.
Why did you say that?
I don't even know how to take that.
Why-
You were
Ridiculous savings.
all
Don't
of
say
them-
how it
You
works.
did like the Rodney Dangerfield. Your eyeballs fell out. You did the thing where you're like all at ridiculous savings. Oh, that's a great hat. Looks good on you though. Oh.
I hated Rodney
I
Dangerfield.
know, and I love Rodney
I know he's
Dangerfield.
beloved, but
I
I'm just
love
like, I
Rodney
don't get it.
Dangerfield.
I'm like, okay, well, the no respect is stupid.
My wife went to the doctor. I said, hey, can he do anything about your big ass? And she says, he didn't mention you. Oh.
Rover Dangerfield was a great cartoon.
Yeah, he did have a cartoon. That's right.
He
Yeah.
was a
what that
bug-eyed
is?
dog. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a bug-eyed dog. I'm gonna have to revisit that high as fuck. Yeah, I'm going in on Rover Dangerfield. You know what? Pizza party for you. But hey, welcome to the show. It's our Friday. It's Friday on a Tuesday. It's the Friday free show. Up front, we normally get all of the get our work parts done, get our plugging, and you mentioned all of the bundles. Is there anything else we need to do?
No. I will tell you that today I'm going to pick up that RV that I rented on RV Share.
And I got a lot of emails about that
Yeah.
from the guy. He wants.
Oh, no.
He is scared about. Well, okay. First email I got from him, he was concerned about you using it. Second email I got from him was, "Hey Daniel, you want to let's fuck with this motherfucker." And he wants to like prank you.
That's the trailer. That's not the RV.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
so many
I mean,
different things.
no, it's just, I mean,
that's the BDM.
now,
yeah.
I know that
The
Tom and I do not see eye to eye on certain things, and one of the things that
is borrowing shit from listeners.
well, I mean, it's just like, to me, it's a little trashy, and you work very hard, you do well for yourself.
I see the trashiness.
There's a distance, leave their trash to them, and you go do your trash,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
don't trash together. It feels like you borrow a lot of shitty stuff from shitty people, and then you make it shittier.
How dare you call our BDM shitty people?
It's well, no, just the ones you borrow stuff from.
No.
Like Tactical Hat, for example. I love the guy, but he just came into the chat room and
How
was
much
like,
beefaroni is
yeah,
in
he's
today?
like, Yoo-hoo's delicious. And I'm like, oh my God, it's starting already. This guy, Yoo-hoo's delicious. Yoo-hoo is garbage.
Well, it turns out on the Venn diagram of me borrowing stuff from people, there's also a likes Yoo-hoo in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all enjoy a good Yoo-hoo.
thick.
Yeah, like even Norm, one of Tactical's best friends in our Twitch chat room, twitch.tv/TomandDanLive, he's like, yeah, he's totally trashy. He knows it. Anybody that shotguns beefaroni for breakfast, I mean,
So
come on.
The RV that I'm renting is not from a listener. Although that was my last resort. I already told Crystal. She's like, what if we can't? Because apparently
You waited, didn't you?
No. Remember the first one? The guy
got
said
canceled.
he crashed it, so he couldn't.
Yeah,
Then
the guy lied to you because you're
I
a trash
tagged you in
person.
another post about that. I don't think anybody crashed it. I think someone bought it out from underneath you.
Yeah. I think
for
so.
more money.
So
Well, I'd call that guy back.
and well, what are you gonna do now?
Right, at least it'd feel good to yell at him a little bit. You know, drive by his house, throw an egg or something.
But so anyway, I have to go pick up this RV, and what's weird about this a little bit is with RV share and these outdoorsy places like peer-to-peer RV sharing, it's a great idea, and obviously a lot of people utilize it because their RV just sits there. They use it 5 times a year, and it sits there for the rest of the year. You might as well make some money renting it out to people. Now, a lot of people have started like a business doing this and will usually go and drop it off and set it up for you at the campground that you want. Usually it's by
It's just easier to do that.
Fort
right?
Wilderness. You know, there's a ton of places by Fort Wilderness, and that way it's
cost effective for them just to pull it a little bit, set up, and easy setup, easy takedown.
And because you don't want necessarily the inexperienced person pulling your RV, if they don't have any knowledge or experience doing that, it may be dangerous and they could crash it.
They're always a little too rough when they're pulling your RV for the first time. You know, it's like easy.
Yeah.
This thing's delicate.
It's like a rental car. Now, in the times I've done RV share, it's surprising how little I have to prove to the owner that I know what I'm doing. And I think I really look at this.
Well, I mean, it is. I mean, you got to think about what you're. It's not like you're at the Lamborghini dealership.
Do you just sign a bunch of paperwork? Like
No.
that you're liable for anything?
It's some loosey-goosey
it's like a
form. I signed something.
You didn't read it, so that's what you just told me?
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
Oh,
I
God.
just sign anything.
How
And
many
then
papers? Is it 2 with 1 staple?
It's like a 2 thing that the RV share or outdoorsy. You print out from their website, and then if you go through them, they have.
You got to print it out yourself.
They got some liability.
So
I
it
don't know how
has
it
the
works.
same amount of paperwork as renting a canoe. All right.
Similar to canoe.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And every time I go and pick one up, I'm cognizant about the way I dress, and I want to dress the part of.
So you put like
Wait.
Outback hat, you got a cargo
What
shorts,
does this
hiking
look
boots,
well, because like
plastic mustache.
for instance, I'm going today after the show, but I have to stop by my house and change my shirt because I look too young. And
What do you put on,
Oh,
like
look
a
at this
flannel?
humble brag. Hold on here.
No, I look like too much of a punk. Like I
Well, what do you mean? You have on a t-shirt and a pair of shorts. I
Right.
don't.
Yeah,
what
but
are you going to change into?
He's gonna
like
put on a cabana
Yeah,
shirt.
but
What are you going to dress like a full out
polo. You're going polo, aren't you?
No, I get a Columbia fishing
Oh,
shirt
God.
that I have in
Oh,
my.
man,
Are you
that's
for real
so-
doing this?
that's
You're
like-
changing your outfit
Yeah,
to
That's
go
a
rent the
lie.
RV.
Because they get nervous if they see me in like a Tom and Dan shirt.
You've
They're
already
like,
filled out the paperwork.
Yeah,
They're
so
like,
you're
this
putting
guy-
on a Columbia vintage fishing shirt.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when you show up, you're sprinkled with a little bit of salt life.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's another
All
thing.
right,
Yeah.
all right. I see.
Yeah. They don't. I don't want them to think I'm some like young fool that
Yeah.
doesn't have any experience.
The chat room
I
says
don't-
you look 35.
I don't want them to know
Yeah.
the truth. That
You
I
got to
have
put on. Yeah, Kendall got it
Huh?
right. It's that Columbia. You got to put on that PFG. Get a little bit of that. Yeah. What is that? A 50, 45?
Because
50 plus.
Yeah, 50 plus.
if I show up,
A lot of vents. Let me see the back of that thing. Oh, that's nice. Look at the vents in that. My God.
so
If it was a jumpsuit and you farted, your fart would come out your armpit holes because it's so vented out.
and this particular RV is the biggest RV I've ever attempted to tow. So I don't have any experience.
How big is this RV?
I think it's like 27.
Yeah, why'd you go with the super jumbo?
It was the only one available.
Gotcha.
We panicked and started just trying to see every single one.
You know, only good things come out of choices when you're panicking.
Yeah.
So I can only imagine this trip is going to be fantastic.
No, you go and push the wire down and like
White wire.
Yeah, and change the last second and then it works.
But all you can hear is you loading your pants.
So when I pick these RVs up, I have to pretend to say things as if I know what I'm doing. Like, how does this thing pull and what kind of...
what size is the gray water tank on this?
Yeah. Use gray water, black water. I say, if...
it ain't been the same since Fleetwood changed out some of the different particle board they use when they reinforce this. Now this got one of them CO2 detectors in it to go off in the middle of the night and make sure me and my family don't die. Got that in there.
Yeah. And then I reference.
Hey, no good trailer is a trailer without a set of Uno cards. Am I right? Can I get a hell yeah?
I have to also. I can't tell them like what I do for a living. They just.
What? Why do they even ask that?
Well, it's on small talk.
You're like overthinking.
Yeah, you tortured
hell out of this,
My
dude.
God, dude.
You were going home to change.
I know why we're in business
and then you're
together.
gonna lie about your business, which no one's even gonna ask you
but
about.
This person gives no fuck.
You realize we're the same person, though. I just do all of mine in bed as a veal shaking. He's doing the same thing, the overthinking.
Yeah.
He just does it out in front of everybody wearing a goddamn Columbia shirt. It's the only difference.
Yeah.
We're the same.
Yeah, because this is these people's like pride and joy is their RV.
Well, you
You're
don't know
assuming that.
Yeah, you don't know.
No, it's a family. Like it has pictures of their family.
I
and their
will say-
They're
linens.
trying to sell you an RV.
I will say
No. This is
dad
you're borrowing someone.
I understand. I'm saying they're trying to sell you, like, look at our family having this great time. They're showing you pictures to show you that it looks good and cool. It's not. That doesn't mean that
I
they.
believe my
No,
father
most of them
had
are
a
just
Prowler by Fleetwood.
Yeah.
And I got to go with Tom on this one. It was one of his pride possessions. He would not. I mean,
If you rented,
I'll always remember the day my mom ripped all of the siding off of it, backing it into the place they parked it on the side of the house. My dad, I believe, laid underneath my mom's antique piano and cried.
see, we
I swear to God, I have no way to verify that, but
we rented one near Fort Wilderness, and it was that person's business. Like they literally set this RV up, redid it, and they just do it at Fort Wilderness to tourists. Like, but most of the time, you're renting someone's family RV with their doo-doo still, like a couple doo-doos are still in the tank, and then they're like,
you got to keep one in there.
Their silverware they eat off of is in, their plates and shit. Their
that
cereal.
silverware is what created that doo-doo.
yeah.
It's all connected in there.
Yeah. So this is these people's like families, so they are.
There's a Parcheesi in there.
The husband usually comes up, the dad, and he's sizing me up because I'm borrowing his family pride and joy.
You go in the bathroom, tiny medicine cabinet, you open it up, in there just a tiny travel-size Brute by Fabergé.
Yeah. And then
maybe an Old Spice.
So I kind of look at their name and I'm like, what is their name? Tell me about them.
Oh my
and
God,
I'm
you're insane.
I'm gonna try to make them like me when I show up.
By their name.
Yeah. By their
Okay.
name.
Rodriguez.
Yeah. I know that.
So then
So
what do you do to impress
What's your
them?
pivot for
I go
Rodriguez?
more Miami.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does that even mean? I go more
That's
Miami.
a cheek,
use
that's
a lot-
cheek kiss with the mask.
Don't
Don't do that.
I use a lot more bro in my vocabulary.
Now, if I let's say my last name was Papadopoulos.
Oh, that I'm just started loud talking.
Okay, all right.
Loud talking.
What if it's not my last name? What if you pull up and you see that I'm just dripping with gold rings?
Oh,
Hello, my friend.
Yeah. I used
I meant to get the cover, my friend.
Yeah. Everything,
They
my
love
friend.
that. They love. Yep.
Anyway, so I'll let you know after on the BDM show. This is why BDMs. I'll tell you, if I've crashed this thing or I am slightly concerned about this particular campsite. It's not like they have a concrete pad and it's it's just all dirt. And
what could go wrong?
Soft sand.
And your child has a ant allergy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him. Well, he's taking him to Antville, USA. Literally, it's a theme park.
I know. We've had long discussions.
My God, I feel like you should have canceled this.
No.
I did. I screamed, ants! There's goddamn ants everywhere! And then I vowed not to let it ruin our adventures, which I don't know.
Where's the closest hospital from this campsite?
Oh, yeah.
I
You have
got
to be airlifted out. Is and
I got the Pulp Fiction EpiPen to stab
Again, that doesn't solve everything.
He took
You
mine
still
off
have
my
to take
desk. I
them.
can't find it, so I get hurt.
Apparently,
man.
there's only a year expiration on them.
Yeah.
So after a year, I gotta buy
still works.
6 more.
No, that's BS. It still works.
That's what I told Crystal. She's like, no, we're buying. She's like, we just have to budget $680 a year.
It's insanely expensive.
Because that's what, and they come in packs of 2.
Mm-hmm.
So because apparently the first one doesn't work, you gotta go for the backup. So we need one at home, one at the school, one traveling one.
Yeah.
It's a goddamn ridiculous.
Well, if there's a shelf life, those ones that I found behind the desk are
No, mine.
way
I
old.
only have one. Or is it in a 2-pack?
It's in a 2-pack.
Yeah, it's in a 2-pack. Yeah, they're fine.
That's what I said.
I
It's
don't
like-
even care.
I've taken old pain pills and they still work.
Yeah, it's
I'm
just-
here to tell you.
How am I going to tell you whether or not it's not as potent anymore? It's
Well, if
like,
your throat's swollen up, you just got to shoot it in the throat.
Well, if my throat, my throat is swelling up, and you stab me with one of my EpiPens because I'm allergic to shrimp, and then you stab me with the other one, and their shelf life is bad, and then I just die in the street. Well, I guess I just deserve that, don't I?
That's Big Epi just trying to make more money.
Yeah. Don't talk about him. That is the real name of the insane clown comic. His name is Big Epi.
All right, let's do some mail on mail.
We have
everybody.
not done mail on mail in forever. Let's do some of it. It was the disgruntled clown.
Hey guys, thanks for calling.
Ross knows that guy, I think.
Hot
That was
Dick,
stupid.
the place to
I'll
find
never
real
watch that.
action with real men. To make it even better, we've got new low prices. So low, we're practically giving it away.
He always
free.
goes to
If you
Chinese
are a man
buffets.
seeking a woman, press 1. If you are a woman seeking a man, press 2. If you are a man seeking a man, press 3.
Mail on mail.
Mail on Mail brought to you by the Tom and Dan Hookups page. If you go on there, there's a ton of local businesses that offer discounts to Tom and Dan listeners, including there's a cookie dough shop in Mount Dora that's BDM owned.
Monster dough.
Yep, and I believe they got some stickers if you pop in there. But
Now, is it dough or is it ice cream? Because man,
It's cookie dough,
Oh, it's
I
cookie dough. I had a listener hit me up.
They
and
have ice cream. I got the email right here.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Yeah, give me the loot. Give me the
Monster
loot.
Dough in Mount Dora just stopped in for some ice cream. Turned out to be a BDM-owned business. The ice cream was delicious, got a free BDM sticker, and had a great conversation with the owner. Just wanted to say thanks for the amazing community you guys have built and give them a plug on the show. The place was empty.
Yeah.
So get out there, BDMs.
Yeah, get out there and support them. I hit them up on Facebook as soon as I got that message. I just hit up Monster Dough and said, hey, the fact that you guys give away our stickers and stuff like that, you make us look good.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And the fact that you give good customer service to people and they enjoy your product, you made me look good. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't do anything, you know?
So they're right on the hookups page, along with a bunch of other businesses. Her Majesty Services. There's Thompson Gas on there. Need propane.
Indeed.
A bunch of them. So
Is that just like regular propane tanks, or is it like the monster ones that you have?
The big ones. It's
Okay.
mainly
Yeah,
for
it's a
house.
The little ones.
Yeah,
For house,
yeah,
the
yeah.
little ones that I'm sure they can, do something. It's mainly for the big ones.
I need one
Yeah.
from a Blackstone.
If,
Oh, yeah, you got to. No, that's a Blue Rhino scenario there.
Yeah, okay.
That's a
Right.
Publix.
What's the walk with the big dog shirt?
Oh, what do you mean walk with a big dog?
With no
Stay on the
fear?
porch?
Something like that.
Are you telling Sam to stay on the porch because she has a tiny propane tank?
Yeah. I'm going keep her tiny
Does yours
tanks.
even work to your gas grill?
Yes, Thompson fixed it, but they said it was a goddamn bomb scare before.
Okay.
They said, "Oh my God!" They said, "You've been living like this," and so apparently it was real.
Did you
real
ever
bad.
fix the bottom of your outdoor kitchen underneath the sink where it's just a myriad of wires? And
no, that's on my list.
can I mean,
Yeah.
like why?
Just don't look at it.
Why is that not on the list? Because that one to me, like I'm not sure I understand the prioritization of said list.
Yeah. It's if the things I wait to do the procrastinate the longest go on the bottom of the list.
Okay, all right. Now it
So
makes sense.
it's the
Now it makes
things
sense,
that
yeah.
at the beginning that I waited too long are now at the end, and forever will be at the end. now.
Okay, so it's almost like they're the end of the snake, but that part of the snake has no circulation and has died.
Yeah.
Fair
You got
enough. All right, Samantha, first email.
All right. I just heard you guys talking about one wheels and how everyone who rides them are old guys. Also, Tom said his dream is to just ride around with Tommy and Max. I just wanted to say that there are guys that are the same as you out there. I have an XR Plus and a pint, and we do family rides almost every day. P.S. I got a one wheel because you guys were talking about it. Too bad they're not a sponsor. And then he posted a picture of him and his son riding their one wheels
tooling
together.
down the road.
Oh my God!
It's your dream.
It's your dream.
That is my dream.
That's your dream.
And oh God,
It'll happen.
I
think it'll happen.
Crystal,
No, you can't. Look,
She's-
you can't stop them from everything.
yeah, I know.
And ants are bad enough. So I say one wheel, you got to do it.
By the way, this gentleman, I don't know how old he is, but
He's in the chat. How old are you, Matt?
yeah. When we said old, we're talking about ourselves here.
Yeah,
really.
yeah,
we're not.
It's
Yeah,
sad
yeah.
now.
Seth Petrozelli here. Hello, Seth.
yeah.
I apologize for being late.
Yeah.
Oh,
Matt's
it's fine.
37
Dock
years
my
old.
pay.
Yeah, but this is you are an old guy
Yeah, I mean,
that likes a
you're-
one wheel.
You're middle aged and you have a one wheel. There you go.
Yeah. That's we're talking about. I don't see too many 19-year-olds
Yes.
and 16-year-olds.
You don't see kids riding those. And you know the new one that's even worse than one wheels, and I will make fun of this, even though this is way more dangerous, are those giant unicycles. There's a guy that rides
Oh
one
my
on
God.
Primrose, and he holds his chihuahua, and he does like 60 miles, and he's hauling ass.
I
just-
saw a guy eat shit on the side of a highway.
On
You
the
saw that
BDM?
video?
Yeah.
It's
Dude,
bad.
this guy,
fast was
this
he
guy's
going?
doing, if he's
Fast. On a
one wheel?
living, no, it's just like a
It's an
unicycle.
electric unicycle.
It's like
Yeah.
All electric.
the wheel
EUC.
is like 2 foot tall, and the dude's on it holding his dog at like 50 miles.
When you
And if
Pretty
he
intense.
hit a car, he and his dog would
Oh.
instantly go to dust.
Yeah. When you were talking about that the other day with Travis and talking about what is that thing, and then you were like, I swear he's going 50 miles an hour. I was about to say, well, that's not.
No,
That's an exaggeration. It's too fast.
Dude, it looks crazy.
And then I saw that video in the BDM page of
Yeah,
the
that guy
same
was
guy.
hauling ass.
That guy was going fucking, way faster than 35, 40. Like,
Oh, the guy that had his backpack like in front of him?
yeah, I mean, so you're
Yeah.
right.
Well, that's to absorb the impact. If you fall, you can
Have you seen these guys? Like this
no,
thing
not
is and they don't wear helmets. Like the guy on Primrose, it's over where I get my
If you
hair
go
cut at Liberty
40
Barber. This guy flies down the road and you see him and he's holding his dog, and all I can think about is the poor dog that doesn't want to fucking be riding on a dumb unicycle or whatever I don't even know what this thing is, but way too fast, put a helmet on and leave your dog at home.
when it stops, do you have to put your feet down, or is it
Yeah.
wide
No.
tire?
Yeah, I think he would have to, right? Or no.
No, they're like a Segway balance as well.
Cool.
So you can basically, it's a gizmo duck type of.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's 100% a gizmo duck.
You're going forward and backward.
That's why you
know.
guys are obsessed with all of this.
What?
Gizmo Duck, DuckTales.
Yeah.
It created
Gizmo
a
Duck was
generation of weirdos that are now obsessed with unicycles and weird
No, I
things.
hate
Now we
those-
have a bunch of fat dads riding around with their dogs in their hands.
No, those unicycles are stupid. And if you ride that,
It's-
you're stupid.
Not that much different.
That's
One-
totally
Not much
different. Me and Travis had long conversations about this.
Of course you did.
When
yeah,
you ride,
just made us late yesterday for all of our interviews. And Sam's like, please stop the conversation about
break
the
'em up.
Yeah, these guys. What do you think? You're a jock and a bully. What do you think of these nerds and their dumb unicycles?
Yeah, I mean it's a little over the top. I think it's a fad that'll just
Over the
eventually-
top.
Yeah.
No,
Thank
guy
you.
in a tampon bar.
That's badass. If you look at that, you're like, that's badass. If you see a guy driving that down the highway and a guy driving a unicycle with a chihuahua,
Wait a minute.
who are you gonna point at and be like, nerd?
I think that we can all
You can say
agree
douche to
that
me,
the
that's
only
fine.
people that are not douchebags in this room are me and Sam.
God damn it! Hold on, I'm trying to figure out
What's
tampon
douchier
car or unicycle.
Oh man!
God damn!
I think you
bullshit.
put your unicycle in your car, right? I think that's the way it
I
works.
could make my car a unicycle somehow. I could one wheel it.
It's on the exact opposite side of the spectrum, but still on the extreme sides of
Yeah.
the spectrum. Like
Over the top, like you said. That's,
yeah. And
Yeah, guess what? They look at my car, they see my website, they go to it.
I don't know. I don't think they
I don't
do.
think they do.
Well, they can go to it and be like, this douchebag owns this business.
If you were asking me which one,
I'm pretty sure if they see that car, they're like, and they find out you own it.
You know,
and
I
then
don't
they
give a
find
shit about you. I don't give a shit about adults. What I care about is
If you
Yeah,
own,
no, I don't. I
If
care
you
about
own Monster Dough, then I'd be surprised. Be like, oh shit!
I care about the kids walking by that go and they love it and they get excited and I rev the engine. I do it because I
That
think the
is
kids are cool as hell and they look
weird.
at it. It's weird because I like
You do
kids
it
to
for
be
the
happy.
kids, huh?
Yeah, that's so
The
bad.
kids think it's cool.
Yeah, I like
Kids to be happy.
these tiny little kids. These little kids walk by. I'm like, that's a cool car. I'm like, thanks,
not.
dude. And
Not
I'm
weird.
I'm making him be happy.
Screaming out if it's weird. I want kids to be happy. Is a little bit
I
weird.
have tears in my eyes because I don't understand how I'm supposed to feel at this moment. This is a very awkward interaction.
What do you mean?
Also, this whole conversation is
Okay.
weird because I got two
Hold
one-wheel
on.
nerds arguing with a tampon
I'm like
carbon about what's not weird. You guys are all weirdos with your dumb
I'm
vehicles.
like Santa Claus of cars.
you guys,
You're not like the Santa
okay,
Claus.
all three of you have.
Mel
and
Gibson Santa
I
Claus.
just hate to say it, but all three of you have dickhead vehicles.
Yes.
They're all dickhead vehicles.
You're the dog, the bounty hunter's earrings of cars.
And if little kids think it's cool, then I'm fine with it because that's what I want them to do. It brings a smile to my face when a kid walks by and goes, "Ah!"
Hey, look! But little kids think that Willy Wonka's car is cool.
Yeah, so
They love the Wienermobile.
Yeah, I mean,
Who cares?
you, chitty chitty bang bang, it all goes in the same category. I feel
Well, who
like.
cares though?
All right,
my-
fair enough.
I don't care. I'm like you. I don't give a fuck.
The
You guys care too
question-
much.
My sons think dump trucks are cool. Dump trucks are cool.
The question was, what is douchier, unicycle or?
My sons think, like, I wish I could drive a dump truck when I grow up.
Don't say that.
No, you don't. I don't tell them that, but
I slap my daughter's face. I go, don't you ever say that again in this house.
So anyway,
My dad drove a dump.
we're taking a break
Yeah,
from
that's-
mail on mail to
a
talk
good
about
idea.
Seth.
Oh,
But
shit.
I got a email about him.
We're gonna do it.
We're gonna
then.
go to this. We're
So-
gonna do it.
So
Hold on, let me
three
get my
things.
unicycle.
I got three things. Speaking of your car, a BDM took a picture of a car down in Pompano Beach, I believe,
a low budget version. Yes, I saw.
and said, "Hey, the Seth's down here, Pompano Beach."
Welcome back to Douche on a Budget. I'm gonna show you how to get pretty similar to a tampon car, but on $20.
And I'm like, I did think to myself, if Seth could be anywhere on the weekend, it'd be Pompano Beach. But it wasn't you.
No.
It was someone else, but with the same white Charger
Same
with
idea.
blood on the front.
Challenger.
Or Hellcat.
Challenger,
whatever
Charger,
the fuck.
whatever.
No, I
Yeah,
don't think it was a
check.
Hellcat. It didn't have a little badge on the side.
Okay. So
Low, definitely way low.
but it was
It hits the
basically the same car, white, with blood on the front.
It's a trend.
And so then I was like, well, wait a minute. Is this a thing like fire?
It's a gang, yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how it used to be in the 80s, you put fire behind the front wheels of your Trans Am
that
or
was
whatever?
that was my choice. I was thinking fire or blood. I was literally my Hummer had fire on it.
It's funny
Yeah.
how like if you're kind of a meathead, you only have a couple of things to jazz up your car. It's either fire or blood.
or skulls.
Or skulls.
Or diamond plate.
And I don't.
I was looking at Jaguars too, and if I got the Jaguar, I was gonna do like a Tron style, like it was gonna be all like.
Oh, that's
electric
cool. Why didn't you do that?
Because
That's
I'm
way
not,
cooler.
Because I'm not a Euro douchebag. I'm an American douchebag.
All right, fair enough.
He's
Fair
a
enough.
patriotic.
I can't
Hold
argue
on.
if you're gonna buy American,
So you-
right? That'd be un-American.
So, like the European MMA fire douchebags, they
I go
decorate
to
their car
Tron.
in Tron squares
Yeah,
and
that's
orbs.
that's
Yeah.
European douchebag.
So
Lines.
European flames are orbs and like squares
Yeah,
and
flames are very American. If you go
Okay.
to Europe, you do like more ghost flames,
Okay, all
orb balls,
Yeah. Triangle, like neon
light
triangles.
flares.
Really big now is
I concur.
army camouflage, like the block stellar, the block.
Oh, digital
digital
camo.
digital camo,
Yeah,
I
That's
hate
like-
digital
that's
camo.
huge right
yeah,
now.
digital camo.
God, I hate it so much.
So, okay, back
is
to
it?
the car blood thing. So, did you see that style? And then
Yeah.
I thought it was something you came up with. Like,
I'll show you the guy.
I want the world to believe I'm driving through some dystopian zombie apocalypse.
I think that's
or
yeah.
I-
That's
No,
I
I just
hit
thought
some-
badass.
There's not much thought there. It's
badass.
just one word.
I come from a
Is it-
land where people use that phrase, and
yeah.
it's fucking hurting my face right now.
Is it because
it's really hurting me?
You're hit. Is it your hit and run bums or something? What
See,
is
that to me, that's what's disturbing me. It looks
It's
like you
a
ran
hell-
out and killed somebody.
It's a Hellcat is spawned
Fire.
from hell.
No, so you want
It's
fire.
No,
Yeah,
it's
you
death.
want lava,
It's-
and you want a Hitler arm coming out.
Yeah,
You want like
Hitler.
Jeffrey Dahmer's arm coming
Yeah,
out,
because
and you
in
want
hell-
like fucking.
in hell? Is there's not a river of blood? It's a fire.
Yeah, it's
There's
fire.
dead corpses walking
It's
around.
lava.
so
It's
it's a
evil.
zombie.
It's just evil.
So
I don't know.
All right.
I don't.
I mean, that's not why I did it. I just did it because I like the look.
I don't
There's
know.
a guy
I am leaning towards digital unicycle. I am.
So, second,
55 miles an hour. I mean, I don't think I have the balls to do that,
Now-
and I love riding shit without a helmet.
can you bring up Seth's last Facebook video?
haters.
I can indeed.
Because listen.
You should
What?
not have come here today, Seth.
Yeah, I guess
it's not.
not.
Gonna be good
I'm
for
already
you.
having a bad fucking past 2 weeks.
I swear.
I'm not even joking.
Hey, you know, make you feel better is you kick this guy's fucking mustache off.
Trust me, I'm itching to do something.
Here's the thing, Seth. I look at this
I'm
like
gonna break this microphone.
this helps the world understand you because on the surface,
Fuck the world.
they're looking at your blood Hellcat and your posts on social media and and everything, and then they're judging you because I feel like they don't know you, right? And this is the problem with everybody. I feel like they just
You don't know me, man.
They judge it on the surface. They stereotype. They're like, oh, I know what this guy's about just by the things you're into and the cars you drive and that kind of thing.
And surprise, I just want to make kids happy.
Just want to make kids happy.
It's just for the kids.
I'm
right?
not kidding.
And I feel like a lot of people may clown on the karate. I hope I
What?
pronounced it
So
right.
you're about to do it right now?
No, I swear I'm not. I swear this is not about clowning. This is about understanding it.
Yeah, okay.
Because I feel like
That's fair.
I and a lot of our listeners and I feel people in our society don't really understand what exactly this is. And if you could explain it to us, then I feel we wouldn't.
Do you want to
clown
see a
on
bit?
it. And again, because
All right, here's a little
This
bit
is
of
from your
this.
post on Monday.
Where are you, by the way? It's a nice park.
That's across the street from my house.
And- and-
which I'm not giving away the location.
Okay,
of.
don't. Yeah,
And
don't.
you
Here we
are.
go. Here we'll give a little karate.
All right, the spin up, jump kick, down 2 Dukins. So all right.
Okay, the very first move. Like, do you want the boom? So the boom kai
No,
basically
no.
means the application.
Give it
of
a
what
boom guy. I'm sorry, I was ready
Come
to.
in.
So because we've all seen the person doing the karate, and it's kind of like ghost boxing or like shadow boxing. It's where you're just
By yourself. Yeah.
doing the forms, right?
Yeah.
And I can't tell if what you're doing is easy, hard. Is this good or bad? I don't understand it. And can you explain what it is? Because that's all that I think. When I think other people see this, and the problem
So
with it
you
is
just
that
don't
we assume-
understand what he's doing, so you don't know how to gauge whether or not what he's doing
Right.
is good or bad. Is that what you're
Yes,
saying?
or even how much skill it takes.
Okay, fair
or,
enough.
or the difficulty. And I compare it to the Brazilian capoeira or whatever, however you pronounce it. Because when they're doing it on the beach, they're doing the flips, and I'm like, whoa, that takes a lot of skill. They're doing standing flips and flip kicks, and then I'm seeing like, whoa, that's hard. But what you're doing, it feels like I can do it, even though I know I can't, because that takes some
dude,
sort of training. I assume.
would give anything to see you try to do that.
The proper stances and like the snap in your hips.
Yeah,
like,
and I want to see you
the quickness
spin.
and
I don't think
the-
I've ever seen you
to
turn your
keep,
body.
to keep balance as
a lot
you're
about form,
spinning.
right?
Okay,
yeah, it's
so-
a kata. That I'm doing. That's only like the first 10% of a kata that I.
Can
that
you
I'm
turn
doing.
your body?
I know I'm stiff, and I.
No, I'm actually being serious. I don't know if, like, I've been doing a lot of stretching. That's my new thing.
That's good.
Is I'm doing yoga and stretching, like even more so than riding the bike every day now. Because the bike, if you do all that and you don't stretch, then all you do is your muscles are you're hurting yourself. So I'm trying to do a lot more recovery and stretching. I don't think either of us could twist like. I don't think we can twist like that.
Yeah,
He twists like Michael Keaton in Batman costume.
Yeah, he's very.
Like, one movement.
No, I understand. I cannot do
How
this.
difficult is this kata
This
in
one's-
the land of katas?
I mean, difficult. I mean,
What's the hardest kata?
kata? I mean, we have 50 plus kata. There's so many kata out there.
Oh, it's kata. You don't say katas. See, I'm screwing it all
So
up.
does this take a?
That's a higher level
higher
kata.
level,
yeah, just
yeah.
because there's jumping and spinning in it. A lot of them are just a lot of the basic for the first like 2-3 years of karate. It's like kind of basic turns, 90-degree turns.
Can you do
270-degree
your own?
turns.
Is there a freestyle kata?
There's styles that let you make up your own kata. But
That's
no,
pretty
this
cool.
is these date back to like
Yeah, this is like ancient shit.
1800s.
Yeah.
I feel
1700.
I just feel like when I see you kick a baseball bat in half in person,
More impressive?
I'm like, oh my god, how is that possible? And then I see how much your strength in your legs and your shin, how strong it is.
My quads are busting out in that.
So what you're saying is you're
I'm
saying
just-
kata is the electric unicycle of karate.
I'm
if
not
you would
saying
see
that.
other people do kata, I guess you could say that's it's good because other people don't like the snap. It takes a lot of, and plus the memorization of all the, like that kata is like a minute and a half long to like complete the entire thing.
Clans kata,
we have, like,
clans kata,
50
clans
something of
kata,
those.
clans kata.
So
it's a lot of memorization and stuff too.
Is it in its
it a
particular
dance
order?
routine?
Is it-
Yeah,
is
so
it-
you have to
okay.
do an exact
All right.
order, exact
All right.
spin, exact
Oh,
movement,
okay, well,
that'd
exact
be
hand
disrespectful
placement.
to ask you,
Everything
but-
has to be to
Oh,
the
wait,
T.
then this is TikTok.
Yeah.
So
No, is somebody doing this on TikTok? Because that would be brilliant. If
I
you-
have the full kata on my YouTube.
No, you need to do katas on TikTok.
Yeah.
okay,
For the kids, bro.
See,
Make
the
them
kids
smile.
love that.
Make
They
them
love
smile.
it.
They'll
I have my
freak
car in
out.
the background.
So if I wish, you know what? Is there if there's a teen listening, give us a call
No,
I want
don't say that.
I want to talk
Well,
to a
I mean,
teen
Yeah, I don't know.
and
Get your phone out.
and see.
no.
I just want to see if they think
I am once I do,
Seth's car is cool.
once I open the actual dojo in a couple months, I am gonna try. It's gonna be difficult, but I'm gonna go to middle schools and high schools and like because I used to do this at shut up. I did this for the jungle, and we went and did like kickboxing demonstrations to get students and stuff like that.
Kitty Powers right again.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I want to do something cool for karate, like making
Y'all
karate
ready for
cool.
douche?
he pulls up in his Hellcat one
Yeah.
with like a dare car. And then
What's up, guys?
all the middle school kids mad. They're mad they have to sit through it. It's
I'm not gonna be mad. I'm gonna make it cool. I'm gonna make it so cool for them.
old
Then
dancers.
go to elementary school. Don't go to middle school because they're mean
doing
as
the
hell.
Oh, sorry.
You're doing the Thriller dance. These kids don't fucking know Thriller.
That's true.
They literally, they don't. To them, Michael Jackson, goddamn pedophile.
You're doing exactly what our friend Mark Merrow does. He goes to schools.
Yeah, Mark's cool. I'm not gonna be as positive. As
All
Mark.
they know about Michael Jackson is the gander. They don't know.
I know you guys think that karate's not as cool as your Billie Eyelash or your Drake the Clown or any of that, but get with me, enjoy it.
Why do I talk like that all the time?
Y'all ready for this?
What's your dojo called again?
Junguru Dojo.
You gotta join the Junkie Doo-Doo Dojo.
you have the roll-up banner. Is that where you put them up yourself? That's the way. We've done.
Whatever. If I show up there, if I show up there and bring my
He's
baseball.
right. He
When
got
you put
me.
up
Yeah,
your
you
own
set up
banners.
your own
I have white claw
Me
on
and
my
Dan
nose
don't
right
done-
now. Oh, you go, you're a podcast here. You're setting up for your first thing. You you put the banner up and you hook it to the top. People are walking up. They're like, what are you setting up
What's
for?
going
You're
on
like,
here?
I do a radio show at a pies. I'm like,
This happens at every one of my events. Don't feel bad, Seth.
Yeah. Well, if I show up, what if I show up with like a baseball bat and have them hold it as I break the baseball
That's
bat?
way
That's
cool.
cool.
Yeah,
That
that's
would
what
be-
they want to see.
And then play the music. Down, down, down.
Yeah.
That's what they want.
Yeah.
Junko
I'm just-
What is it called? Jungugu Doo-Doo?
Jungle in Japanese, so Junguru.
Junguru.
So
Junguru.
let's read
That was
the
better.
email that
Okay.
we got,
Okay.
Seth. Not to pile on too
Oh,
hard.
so I got more shit.
Seth
now.
Petrozelli, this is your life.
That's what it feels like.
Do
a
you
little bit.
remember this voice?
I did tell
No
everybody.
wonder I'm having like panic attacks every night lately.
What's going on about renting out the place?
Everything, life.
Why? No, you got a good girl. You got a successful business. You got real estate.
I got successful one business. I want to make sure the other one's going to be good.
Well, we don't know that yet. You could fail.
Health
You
shit.
could fail.
You could fail.
Yeah. Every morning I wake up, I look in the mirror. I'm like, you're this close to failing. But I persevere. I power through. I get on my electric unicycle. I ride my ass off. I ride for the hills.
We're just living in stressful times and I'm stressed.
I know.
So give me more. What's the email?
Yep. Come on. Let's
Oh,
pile on.
maybe we should ride because I
Oh,
did.
now he's feeling bad.
I said every man has his limits.
He does. He does. Are you? How close are you to your limit?
I mean, I'm like at 1 to 10.
So if we went in on you today,
I'm like
it's not the
7.5.
right day. Not the right day.
Is this saying that I'm a racist asshole or
no?
Okay, that's fine.
Not racist.
We moved that one to the back.
Sexist?
I deleted that one.
No, not sexist.
What other ists are there?
This one will cut a little deep. Hey, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, so it says...
Just tell me who it is and I'm going to find you.
Oh, my God.
Well, it's not this guy's fault. He says, I was just listening to the ACT where Seth was talking about his Halloween costume. He said he searched Seth Petrozelli gay, and it was the second picture. I scrolled a little more, and I noticed a pic that said 50 worst UFC fighters of all time.
Oh, that just came out.
As I'm scrolling the list, Seth weighs in at number 36. They shit on him pretty good, but the best part of the article was the very end where they said it's a shame considering Seth could have been sport's first openly gay superstar. I'd love to hear Tom read this article to Seth and hear his opinion.
I already read it. I don't need to get read.
The guy, it was all tongue in cheek.
Well, but did you see the other names on the list? They're all like legends. They're all like huge names.
But it's also like the guy went in the Wayback Machine. I think like number 50 was like Tank Abbott or something. It was it was like this guy obviously, I read the whole article. This guy obviously loved the heyday, kind of like the way I grew up on UFC when it was more of a strongman competition and less of a, these guys actually know what the fuck they're doing. It was more of a, we have a biker and we have a really fat Japanese guy, push them together and kill each other.
This is what I have to say to this article and the dozens of other articles I've come out with about me and other UFC fighters and other fighters in general is, unless you're the 0.02% of the people that actually get in a cage and fight, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea what we go through. You have no idea what we put ourselves through in the cage. You have no idea about anything of what you're talking about. So shut the fuck up.
Now, if you would have said Seth's the best fighter of all time,
what would you have said to him then?
No, I still am like, no, obviously I'm not. I mean, come on.
No,
you did good though. You did better than. I mean, you could put you in the 99% category, right? You could.
I mean, a lot of people don't even make it to the
We are for podcasting, like, believe it or not. We're in the 99th percentile of, like, most amount of downloads, but we're not on the top tier. Yeah, we are, but we're not good.
It's because you bring people like me on.
That's true. Yeah.
I was going to stop, but I just feel compelled to do one more.
Okay, what's the other one?
Wait, there's another email?
No. Just say, I watched an interview.
We've been just compiling.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe
it's up to you.
An interview on what?
It was your induction into the MMA Florida.
Did
Hall
I say
of Fame.
something bad or something?
No.
He's sensitive today, and you're hurting his feelings.
Yeah.
I can feel it.
I told you before this started.
Yeah.
I did say, I'm like, Seth's not
If
sensitive.
Sam warns you, then you got to know because she's always on my ass.
See, thank you. Thank you. I told him, I was like, Seth's sensitive. I think this is too much.
I'm like, he could take it.
You know, I'm going to tell you right now, Sam was looking out for you.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, Sam stuck her neck out for you, man.
She did start the card douchey thing right away, but that's okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's fair game because it's been on the table before. There's new stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Okay, just go ahead.
No.
I sound like you're going to cry.
I'm not going to cry. I'm
He's
just
like,
I'm used to it
get
now.
the beating over
I just
with,
rather
Dad.
this be done.
I know that voice.
We can move on.
I noticed two things that I found, just a little bit funny. One is
God, you got a killer instinct in your eyes today, man. I'm looking into your head, and all you want to do is murder Seth.
Hold on. Like I did say before the show started, I'm like, Seth's fine. He's living the life. He's rich. He's got a young girlfriend. He's ripped.
Who does the karate with him. That's the most important thing in your life, right?
Of course.
Congrats to her.
She just got her new orange belt. Yeah.
I'm like, none of our audience is going to be like, you're giving him too hard of a time.
Bullshit.
Like,
Somebody in the chat's probably saying it, right?
It's a perfect.
I'll read the first comment that
It's a
pops up.
perfect victim.
Get him, Tom. That's
Yeah.
then it says, never take your foot off the gas.
They don't feel bad. I said Seth's a perfect bully victim because nobody feels bad for him.
He's just in a mood. We love you, Seth. It's just fun to poke at you. There's one.
Yes.
Or you're poking a bear.
Yeah.
Sleeping bear.
Also,
and by bear, I mean gay hairy man.
His things might be nice, much like Dan, emotions and the way you feel internally are a bigger deal.
I got a little Bonaducci in me, and the fact
that... you're going to ride a skateboard while drinking vodka in your own documentary?
And the fact that I am cognizant if I do push Seth too far. And he
I know what's going to happen. You know what?
I can take it because I'm tough. I'll just internalize it and then go...
You know what he'll do?
Beat an animal.
You know how I know? Oh, my God. He would never do that.
I just said that as a joke. No,
you
that's
would, dude. I
Never
know
in my
you
life. I would
Never
never
in a
kill-
you'd rather get beat.
Yes, I'd rather
There's
get beat
no
up.
way in hell.
If I had a choice of killing an animal or getting beat up myself, I would choose.
I
getting
know
beat
that
up
for a
myself,
fact. I know that for a fact.
Get home and take a turtle. Put it over your knee.
That is
with
funny,
Barry
though.
Bonds. So
That's terrible.
Not
but-
Professor Green.
Yeah, he would never do that. Like you got look honestly, if Professor Green got hit in front of him, he'd start bawling.
Oh yeah, and I would beat up the person who did it, even if it was an accident.
It's like an old granny.
I don't care.
Backed over him leaving church. You go through like smashing her wig
I
off.
trip her and let her fall.
Do you want to play this?
Yeah. But I have done the math. I was like, if Seth does get up and kick me in the head, you'll have Twitch feed. It'll be viral.
I would never be
He'd like,
violent. It's on video.
I'll tell.
He'll wait.
Catch y'all
He'll
fun.
yell at me like, turn the fucking cameras off. Then he starts beating your tits.
I'll tell Juan. I'm like, release the clip and label it "gay MMA fighter." I already got the plan. Anyway,
All
so
right. Plans
Gay
in
MMA
motion.
fighter beats up robot. All right, here we go. Here's the clip.
yeah. All right, let's.
And if I could just lastly from me, I'm sure Raphael might have some more, but one more thing I would really like to ask you, and it's really for everybody. To call you just an MMA fighter would be a disservice. You're somewhat of a renaissance man with combat sports. You're a Swiss Army knife. Yes.
You are indeed. I mean, when you walk in, I go, Swiss Army knife. I'm like, that's the first thing I know.
My God, we're in the presence of a Renaissance
My
man.
God. Can you pass me your toothpick or your tweezers, please?
He means because I've studied so many different martial arts. And
This guy knows how to duke and poo-poo shoes. It's true.
Yeah, exactly. What kind of advice? I mean, and some people don't have advice because some people it's just in them, and they're like, I don't know, it's just what I do. But if you had any advice for fighters who are looking for that next thing after their career, which we know doesn't last more than about 10 years in most cases,
right?
What would you tell them?
Tell them to jack off in the back of their smoothie store. Oh yeah.
I don't get what was funny about that.
I just
That I'm not a Renaissance man. I didn't call myself a Renaissance man. I'm sure he just like pulling words out of the
That
air.
guy was
and
laying it
stuff.
on thick.
Well,
My God,
you know,
that guy wants a smoothie.
if someone was interviewing Butler and called him a modern day poet, I'd laugh too. It's just general clowning. I'm sorry. We'll move on.
You don't understand the mixed martial art world. So.
Yeah. Obviously,
It's getting real.
I'm joking, man.
You know how I'll know?
You're jealous because you can never be.
You know how I'll know this went weird and how he's feeling bad? You want to know how I'll know? I'll be sitting here
Way too
editing,
much, yeah.
and then I'll see an email notification come through. It'll be like, Tom Van paid Seth Petrozelli $100, and he'll do it fast.
Right away.
Yeah, he's like, I'll feel bad.
Instead of just me, instead of waiting for
This
you.
will make it better since I have no emotions. he'll send you money so bad.
Yeah.
Watch,
That's
just
a
watch.
big money, but it does make things better. Also,
Just vetoed a
Yeah,
bid.
money.
Also, I know when Seth gets in his Hellcat, he immediately forgets because he gets
No, I don't even forget. I'll go to my fucking psychology appointment tomorrow or my
No.
therapist appointment tomorrow.
You'll
and have to
home-
talk about this.
You'll get home, you'll look at your nude body ripped, and then
I'll think that my insides are dying.
Do you ever look? Hey,
You're
do you
big.
ever get distracted? This is a serious question that might be too far, but I don't want you to get mad at me. Do you ever get distracted while you're making love to a woman looking at yourself? Because I think,
interesting.
because I looked down this morning, because I was lucky enough to get lucky before I came here this morning.
man.
All right.
I love a
Morning's
morning.
just good.
Yeah,
I hate
I
mornings.
love to eat pussy in the morning.
Whoa.
I just love it.
Right.
No, don't do
For
that.
breakfast.
I love it. It's my, and it's got a different. It's a little different.
Oh yeah, I was
You know,
sitting for
it was able
8
to.
hours.
It was almost like you proof the dough overnight. You know?
Right.
Like, come on.
Aerate it.
Yeah, and I was looking down a doggy style at Andrea, and I was like, "This looks amazing." And then I caught a glimpse of myself, and I was repulsed.
Oh really?
I swear to God, it looked like the Porky's barbecue pig was pumping my life. And the only thing I was missing was sunglasses. I looked like I was going to town, and I'm like, "Oh my God,
Wow.
you can smell their butts from a mile away." Porky's barbecue.
Just dancing in the fire.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, do you American Psycho it and look at yourself in the mirror?
I mean, I do just so I know what what she's looking at looks good. Like I want to make sure like I have the V going. As I go.
No V here. Yeah, I look like a P, not a V.
But yeah,
upside down P.
I don't do it. I don't turn myself on, but I do it to make sure that I look good for my girlfriend.
I've looked at myself doing it. It looks like I'm sliding off a roof. I'm trying to stay on.
That's the funniest thing you ever said. Looks like you're hanging up Christmas lights sliding down a roof.
I don't know what that means either.
No, he remembers I did that one time in Deltona. I slid up my roof putting up Christmas lights. And it peeled my t-shirt up. It peeled my shirt up. It pulled my jacket and everything off. And I was hanging. I knew I was gonna fall. And I just fell into the bushes.
All right, let's do voice. Let's do a voicemail.
All right. Oh my God.
I'm just messing with you, Seth.
That's the funniest shit you've ever seen. This one ties into the car a little bit. We can all. No. It's not about you.
Keep going.
It's just about cars in general. You'll see what I mean.
What's up, TND? It's Shart and Randy. I think I've got your next sit-stand debate here. What do you guys feel about people who park pulling in or park backing in? I think if you're a back-end parker, this is a lot of horrible things about your character. What say you guys?
I used to be that guy. I'm still laughing at sliding off a roof. I'm sorry. That's really funny to me. I used to be the guy that would rail against people backing in. I used to say, and you guys know I've said douchebag. For years I've said it. I still stand behind that, but I think I'm easing up a little bit on it because I think I'm getting older.
My husband does it, and it drives me nuts.
Yeah, I hate it.
So
Butler says old men do it, and I go, well, my husband does it.
My dad used
It's
to
an old
do
man
it.
move.
Yeah, or a douchebag move. But like for some reason, it's not. I'm not as spicy about it as I normally would be. I think I'm getting soft.
I'm content. Whatever.
Yeah.
is it a preparation
hurry up.
thing? Like you're gonna back in so you could leave?
Yeah, quick.
Yeah.
But sometimes
But
there's
then it
people,
takes longer to get in because
And
usually I'm
you're-
in a restaurant. I'm like, screw this. I'll just pull right in.
Yes.
Yeah.
But with my car, when I bought my car, they recommended. They're like, we tell this to everyone.
What's up, TND? It's Shart and Randy.
Uh-oh.
I think I've got your
He's
next.
back.
Have you ever
Because
seen
the
a
front so low.
Yeah, well, I've never seen that
great.
start on its own. That's very, very odd. I don't think people that back in understand. Like, there's a guy that does it every morning. We must be on the same schedule when I go to get like a Diet Mountain Dew or something at 7-Eleven and see the ladies that I know up here. And when I go to pull in, he's always there. It's about the same time. We're on our routine. He doesn't understand that when he backs in, he takes over the entire parking lot because he's got to back in. He doesn't get that it really slows the other cars that are getting gas. It's a tiny...
pulling in, yeah.
It's a very small little area that you have. There's maybe 6 parking spots, maybe 8. And he doesn't understand that you're really inconveniencing everybody when you do it.
Oh,
Yes.
If it's busy and people are pulling in and out, and it's like a busy parking lot, then that's kind of shitty.
But I think
lovely.
he feels like I'm here first. It's my car. I'm in
my
the
turn
parking
to
lot.
go.
Yeah, it's my
Yeah.
turn to go. And I kind of think that's bullshit. And I think a lot of people that back in don't think about that.
I also feel like you're throwing it in my face that you have all the time in the world to prepare for your eventual exit. Because like everybody else is in a hurry and just pulling in, and then you're like, well, I'll fucking back in because I'm early or I've got all as much time as I need.
Yeah.
Because it's not a time saver because
No.
you're taking the you could leave faster, but it also takes you longer to park. So you're getting it on the other side of it. So it's the same exact time. It's just telling everybody I can take as much time as I want to get in because I got here early.
You know what? I have anxiety. Like, I'm going to start giving you guys weird things I have anxiety. I'm going to throw it out there just so you can see how tortured I am every day. Like right now, literally tortured.
Yeah.
The parking at Disney, when you pull in and you're the first car and the second car comes behind me, that rattles the shit
Yeah,
out
I
of
don't
me.
like that either.
Yeah, because like the doors are too close and people are putting up their tailgates. They're getting their strollers out and wheelchairs and everything. And it's just, I hate it. I hate it. I want my own spot that's mine. There's my one for the day.
I agree.
There you go.
So a couple things. One is I almost hit a lady the other day because I'm getting too lazy.
Like you punched her?
No.
Wait, now you're too lazy?
Well, I'm just using my backup camera only. I'm not checking.
Yeah. I let my car drive me around.
Well, but I did that, and then I started going, and then a fucking old lady was like, ah! Like, I didn't see her walking, so I put it in reverse, and I looked at my back, and I started to back up, and she walked, and she was like, ah! And it was like, oh, that could have been bad.
Well, it's a camera.
Yeah.
Do you have your windows up?
Yeah. I'm just saying I should have did the old check.
Did you say anything to her? Like, I'm sorry?
No. I just stopped them.
Did you honk? I'm like, get far away, old bitch.
How do you guys handle that? Like, if you're backing up.
If I'm in the right, then I go off on the person.
See, I think now I always assume I'm in the wrong. So I just go like, sorry.
Yeah,
I just go
give 'em a
instant
wave.
sorry.
A wave.
Yeah.
I got too much aggression for that.
I think it's dangerous nowadays.
Mhm.
You want to do an email or?
Yeah, let's do an email.
Oh, we're going back to emails?
Yeah,
I thought we gave up on it.
All right, no, we.
I can do
got
one more,
distracted.
and then we can take
Okay.
a break. We can do the shot. We can take a break. I know we got one foot in the cranberry, man. We know.
Okay.
This is an update from, you remember the guy that called us about his Besto experience?
Oh, yeah.
That guy's obsessed with us sort of like shaming him. Like, I think we went in on him, sort of like we went in on Seth, and like this guy can't handle it, and he's mad, and he's sad that we like say he's a beasto fucker, and
He left the
He
voicemail.
called and told us.
multiple times, and he has to call in and clarify.
Oh, what's a beasto?
You've slept with a beasto, right?
There's no way Seth slept with a
No, I
Besto.
don't
Not when he
Oh,
was,
a slam-
not when he
a
was a
slam hog?
bigger.
What?
A slam hog.
Never heard that.
What is that?
What is that?
Oh my god! I think we just.
Let's go back to bullying.
Yeah, I think we just.
See, I told you.
That's all we needed.
told you.
That's all we needed was one horrible phrase from Seth. It justified the whole fucking thing.
You guys just said a bad phrase. I just know what I'm.
You know in video games when it refuels your level,
I just got pumped up.
I took all of it out.
It's
Yeah.
and I
River City
couldn't do it.
Ransom. It's River City Ransom when you eat the sushi in the sushi bar. I just fueled up on Slam Hog.
We got the slam hog energy. Full bully power.
The whole chat room's like, good Lord, my God, can't believe
What?
it.
Oh
is
yeah,
that?
that's crazy. Yeah. Oh wow.
I have never heard Slam
Well, I'm sorry
Hog
that
before.
I've heard that word before.
But it
that term
sounds
before.
like the best cartoon to watch if I were Tommy and Mags. You guys want to watch Slam Hogs?
So
Sounds like an awesome, like,
right?
You never.
like pigs in
Oh, no.
space.
That's too far.
Oh, dude.
I'm pretty picky. I'm very, very picky.
That one girl that stole my old dog tag and my watch. Oh, that Slam Hog. Man, there was no slamming because my blammer was my
blammer?
Yeah, my hammer was
slammer?
yeah my slam hammer was too
That's,
small.
yeah.
I had a tiny my hog was too small for my slam hog, and she had to fake it.
No.
So what's his email?
It says, "What up, fam? I unfortunately am the guy that hooked up with the girl in Lake Mary with the bottle of vodka and whatnot. If y'all want to clown me on the show, I'm up for it. If not, that's fine too. I for sure will stop saying my name before my voicemails, as people I know are starting to come up to me and asking me, 'Bro, is that you?' Which is off-putting because I forget this goes out to quite a lot of people. I love y'all and the show. Be safe out there. The guy who lives in Castleberry, who shall remain nameless."
No.
I do like that people are like, I forget that people listen to you guys.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, a lot.
You know why that is, I think, is because most people, I assume, probably listen to this by themselves.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I tell people to, if you listen to this with more than one person,
so then you
I don't trust you.
You get the impression that it's got to be, only you are listening. So then when you experience other, and because we haven't done an event in a year, so
that's crazy.
Usually when we do an event and you see, a couple thousand other people, you're like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that.
Why did you cancel?
All these people know my Slam Hog.
Yeah, why did you cancel Slam Hogtoberfest?
How dare you, sir?
I was excited for that.
Yeah. So then you get scared and you're like, oh, I hope no one recognizes my voice from Slam Hog. Anyway, let's take a break.
Shot now or shot when we come out?
Let's do a shot now.
Yeah, let's do it now.
I'm going into the break.
Yeah, me too. Butler, I'm going to give you your reverb. Take it away, sir.
All right. Cheers to Tom, Dan, and Sam. Without you, I wouldn't be who I am. So take the blame or credit. Pick your side. Just know about that last sentiment. I may have lied. Happy 32nd birthday, Buzz.
Cheers.
burning.
It tastes like soap.
Oh, we gave you soap.
Oh, I may have left a little bit of soap in yours.
I might have soap in my water.
I'm ready for slam.
Oh, that one was that one was a burner. Woo.
I told you that one was going to be rough.
It was a single barrel, so it was very young.
Oh my God! Did I even put the music in today? I'm
That's fine.
One foot in the cranberry, buddy.
Yeah. The name of this band is Sacred. The name of the song is Berlin Wall. No, is that it? No. No, it is not. That's going to come up next. Right now, you're going to hear Home is West with the song 8 Seconds.
All right.
We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan right after this. 1-844-TOMNDAN.
Two strangers just passing by on the path that leads to nowhere. No beginning, there is no end.
Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha Butler and our good friend Seth Petrozelli. All with one foot in the turkey, one foot in the cranberry. However you want to say it, doesn't matter.
The gravy.
So before we do news,
yeah, I love gravy.
I want to get Seth's advice on some gambling real quick.
This is
I'll
how
make it short.
This is how he rebutters you.
This is how he made me feel better.
So, yeah, he's like, hey, you're really good at fighting.
He likes
Feel
to
like a
break
piece
you
of
down.
shit.
And then he gives you the old, he's this close to giving you the old, very good. I'm telling you.
Hold on, how is this different than I know?
I don't need $100 that bad.
All your MMA.
Oh, yeah. I would, if I were you, I'd quit the show.
It seems like you do, but then when you text me, hey, you forgot to pay me.
He does.
2 days
It's
later.
my favorite thing,
I'm
too.
like, how do you notice that?
And I'm not even involved in it, but I just look at the text messages while I'm editing and I laugh and I
My
laugh.
memory's good. I know when something pops up on my PayPal account or Venmo or whatever.
So anyway,
Don't even remember how you get paid.
There's a boxing match over the weekend, and it falls under the category of novelty, to me at least.
It's goof. It's an electric unicycle scenario.
And it's against Mike Tyson and Rory Jones Jr.
Rory Jones Jr., yes.
And so there's been a lot of talk about this.
I commentated with him, by the way.
Roy Jones?
Roy Jones, yeah. I did one of his fight. I commentated for his fight.
Really?
And for his production, yeah.
Wow, you got his
I
number?
was supposed to fight on the production. I got hurt right before the fight, so I commentated the whole event.
You got his number?
No, I don't think I have his number.
But
who's the most famous person in your phone?
Joe Rogan.
Let's call him right now.
No, he didn't answer last time. Remember I texted him?
No, but let's call it from this number.
That guy, the 100 million.
The number you have reached.
Once you get paid 100 million, you change all your numbers, and then you cannot get a hold of
I
that
tried to
person.
change my number after you gave me my last check. he like paid me out. He's like, yeah, here you go, and I'm like, and change AT&T log. I can't remember my login.
So the reason why I ask you, Seth, is I want to figure out. So I looked at the obviously gambling odds of this fight, and they seems to be down right now on offshore accounts.
It's a fake fight.
But so was Conor McGregor and Mayweather.
Mayweather, yeah.
And no one's like openly talking about it's a fake fight, but I think the consensus is it's an exhibition,
Right.
That
And
they kind
said
of
no knockouts, right?
I believe that exhibition will
Didn't they
always.
say that?
Here's my take. By the way, the last fight, I don't think I'm a sportsman in any way, shape, or form. But the last fight, the Roy Jones and Conor McGregor. The Mayweather, Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
I got that one right. I said they were gonna dance around and then they were gonna lay it on whatever is the most respectful to the discipline, right?
Yeah, which is boxing.
So in this one, they're gonna go with who they feel like needs respectful the most.
But that's an interesting question because in the Mayweather-McGregor fight, like obviously anybody in the fight world knew that McGregor had no chance whatsoever beating Mayweather in a legitimate boxing match.
But with these two, I think they're as far as like name status wise in boxing, I feel they're on the same plane.
Really,
they're both older.
Maybe Mike Tyson a little bit more.
Well, I feel like Mike Tyson is more of a name.
He's more of a renaissance
but he's
man.
not more of a decorated fighter, is he?
I
think you got to go with Roy Jones. I think he has been in the game longer, didn't fuck up as much.
Samantha, can you look up the weight and age and shit
I think
like that?
you got to go right?
That's just a personal thing. I think that everyone, if you ask anyone to
Who's
pick
the
if
more
you hold,
pure
if
fighter?
you hold two pictures up to the general public and said, who's this, everyone's going to know Mike Tyson.
Oh, of course, but I'm saying...
But that's why I feel like
and,
they're going to go
And
with.
I might be wrong. Please tell me if I'm wrong. I'm just saying in the fight world, Mike Tyson is, whereas heavy puncher, animal instinct, unbridled talent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think as far as like who they think is a fighter, right? It's Roy Jones, right?
Well, the public, you're asking. I think
I mean like in boxing.
In
if
boxing,
you go to like our buddy Jesse,
yeah,
he knows boxing so well,
boxing
right?
purists probably would say Roy Jones is a better fighter.
Tamales, thank you, Jesse Tamales, which is not his name.
Jesse Lardy.
Thank you.
So Seth, my question to
I'm
you
gonna butcher his last name.
is:
I had tamales on the brain. I just want. Just give me that sweet mole.
I'm trying to look at this fight and think, all right, how can I figure it out? And my guess, my theory being is that both these guys are in it for the payday, right? And they have no real want to actually get out there and fuck each other up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At their age and at their lifestyle, they are like, is what's in it for them?
I will say though, if Tyson isn't as chill as he seems in every instance I see him now, I do feel like that guy could have a switch.
Yes,
where he would murder you.
Like if he gets caught.
Just simply to prove to every doubter, no matter what you say, I am the hardest punching fucking human in the world, and I will beat this person to death just on pure guts.
So then there's that angle, because if you're just looking, if we knew that this was going to be in a pure fight and they were going to be really boxing as if their titles depended on it, or, you know, like put in 100% effort, then you can kind of gauge it that way. But with this, I'm like, is it an exhibition that they've talked about, like, hey, let's make it look good for X amount of rounds, then go for real after that, just so that people...
Both Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. have, even though, like, the commission wants them to just be, like, a sparring match, they've both said, like, it's going to be a legitimate fight between the two of them.
I would like to believe that. Look, I would love to believe that, but I don't believe that.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard for me to bet on this.
Man, I'm gonna have to fucking buy
Saturday.
this.
Saturday.
Yeah,
It's a
I'm
Saturday.
gonna buy it.
And
that's what they're counting on.
Yeah, that's what they want.
Absolutely.
You don't know if it's real.
And so,
Why not?
So
right?
then,
the rules for this exhibition fight include 8 2-minute rounds as well as 12-ounce gloves as opposed to the more traditional 10-ounce gloves worn in heavyweight boxing matches.
So they got a little bit bigger gloves, not that much.
That doesn't
What's
really.
the difference between
Isn't it scientifically proven that doesn't help you at all? All it does is knock your brain around more.
Well, it just helps protects your hand.
It protects your hands, but
still
what I'm
It's a
saying
harder
is,
punch with a smaller glove, though.
But wouldn't you rather have lighter gloves and just go out?
I don't know. As far as like
I'm
boxing
saying
goes,
doing damage. Lighter glove or cushier gloves.
You hit harder typically, right?
You're
you
still
punch
hitting
harder.
hard. All you're doing is knocking your
You're
brain
just
around.
rattling your brain more.
That's why I always heard that the MMA thing was
Less
like,
likely to
nah,
get
you
cut.
want to be regular punch
That
a
was just
couple of times
and
over
that's it.
40 pillow fight punches. Right?
So I just, and we'll end with this because there's really no way to figure it out. But
Wow.
if
I'm going to buy it now.
if it is an exhibition,
It's like $50.
Yeah, 50.
I'm not buying it now.
because Mike
You can find
Tyson. I'm guessing that Mike Tyson is the main draw here, obviously, and the public wants to see Mike Tyson fight again. I don't know how many people were like really chanting for Roy Jones Jr. to fight again. I think more people want to see Mike Tyson fight again. So under that thinking, I'm thinking Mike Tyson is the driver here to this whole thing.
Okay.
And maybe...
So he's the driver of the event.
Gotcha. And because he's the most popular guy that the public wants to see fight, and then that makes me think that maybe he maybe it's not exactly fixed because this is not a sanctioned fight. So you can kind of, if you call it an exhibition fight, you can fix the outcome, right? I mean, if is that illegal?
Let me ask you,
sure
because
it's
you're the
illegal,
only
but-
fighter here,
Is it
right?
though? I mean, it's not a sanctioned event, so it's just an exhibition fight. So it's no different than fucking professional wrestling, right? Or is it?
I don't know the technicalities
No,
of it.
I think you still have to hit.
Yeah, but I mean, if they predetermine the ending,
how would you feel? Let's say in the next 10 years or so, they come to you and they say, "Hey, we got like
Yes.
We're trying to do well. I know you love to compete.
The event is sanctioned, so that might.
Yeah,
it is.
It is a sanctioned event, but
The event will be officially sanctioned by the California State Athletic
Oh
Commission.
yeah, then there's no.
But they all
you can't
interfight.
rig it. And legally you can't rig it. Then unless they do something on their own, then
then
because the
then
State
you're-
Athletic Commission, that's a
they
no-no.
wouldn't let you do that, and then
No.
they start
I'll-
pulling licenses
I'll-
like
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Although
so
they're
for
never
you,
gonna box again, so maybe who gives a shit? But my theory is this a scenario where Tyson's going to win because
I can't see Tyson
won-
doing that, dude. For some reason, I can't.
Because
I don't
then I
know
wanna-
anything
Yeah, I don't
about
either.
the
I think
guy.
his pride would
I
get in the
don't.
way.
I don't know anything about the guy, but the one thing that it seems like I know from watching bits and pieces of Andrea watched some documentary on him a long time ago. It seems like that guy. I don't know if he'd be willing to just we're just gonna fuck around. I don't.
Yeah, I don't
I
know.
don't know. About
Or did he pick Roy Jones because he knows he could beat him? Tyson doesn't seem like the guy that would put himself in a position that he could lose this fight just for pure reputation.
Isn't there an element of
right?
dum-dum there, though?
There is.
Dumb and confidence.
It's so
right?
hard to figure this out, though.
So he thinks he could beat him.
But I don't think he is a dum-dum, but I'm just saying there's an element.
think
I
he's
have
a
an
dum-dum.
element of dum-dum, but there's some things that he talks about, and I'm like, oh, I guess sounds pretty intelligent. I don't know. We all have our strengths and weaknesses.
Normally, I'd want to bet against the public, and everybody in the public would be like, "Oh, Tyson's
Well, that's
gonna
why I
kill
was
this
going to
guy."
ask Seth,
if it was a real legit fight, then yeah.
if they
I would
came
bet
to
on
you
Tyson.
10 years from now and said, hey, we have Kimbo's brother or whatever, it's going to be a
He
spectacle.
has his son.
Would you?
I'll fight his son.
Yeah, and if they said you're an old man and he's a young guy and you were going to do it, would you talk ahead of time and put on a good show, or would you go out and you want to just do it legit?
If I was older,
Yeah, 10 years from now.
yeah, I'd probably talk about it and work something out.
See, I think that's an honest answer.
Because as a showman,
and I think that
because I'd
plays,
want to put on a good show.
Yeah, and I think that plays in. So based on
Well,
that,
what I would probably say is let's put on a show for the first 14 minutes, and then the last 3 minutes
Let's
go
go.
out
Let's
and
go.
then see who wins.
Yeah.
See, I'm leaning towards
Interesting.
because that's basically what McGregor and Mayweather
Yeah.
did.
I think
that
I
was
don't
a
know if
little.
that was a
I
little-
think that was a lot more.
I think, but Mayweather looked like he danced around with McGregor for a while, and then they put it away.
It's exactly like we do, and I said it before. When we train for a fight, 1 to 2 times a week, we spar hard, and that's what they did with Conor, and that's I feel like they're going to do here. Because when you spar hard, you still fight for real,
you're getting
and you still
punched,
hit, but
yeah.
you don't hit with the mentality and the intent to end the person's life and knock the person out. You're doing it to score points and hit hard, but not drop the person.
So the general public couldn't really,
But they can't really tell because when I
spar.
spar, when I'm fighting, when I was training for fights, and people watch, they're like, "Oh fuck, you guys are going."
Yeah, like
but
I
you
know
were
they
not
did. Yeah,
really
yeah,
going.
Even in
Okay.
our Twitch chat room, obviously a lot of MMA, a lot of boxing fans, they were talking about how I think technically it goes back to what I was saying is like bare knuckle is the safest because it's an actual fight. It's not going to last as long. When you have the gloves, you're lengthening the amount of time that you're knocking your
Concussions,
brain
yeah,
around.
yeah.
That's how you get injured. So to me, I'm going to go with what you said. I think that Seth summed up what I think is going to happen tonight. I think that
or this weekend. Yeah.
or this weekend. They're saying that that Tyson was contacted after Holyfield dropped out.
Right.
So based on that, I do think it is going to be a dance around until a specified time, and then let's see where it goes.
Okay, and then I just don't know. Now it's like Tyson, and the last odds were like minus 200.
What
to
are the
win
size
some-
differences here? What do we got?
Tyson's 5'10", Roy's 5'11". I didn't look up their weights though.
But that would be amazing if it was like a 1980s Tyson match where the first 30 seconds he just blows
Well,
knocks him
Tyson-
out.
I was thinking that, or I was thinking it would last like they say sparring, and then they end it weird, like he
But
hits him
it
in the
could.
like he punches him in the groin or something.
No, but
and
it
ends
could
that way.
happen.
Like it's a no, like it's a no
He's
contest.
a loose cannon still. I
Couldn't
feel.
it happen? I mean, like he could get in there and say, like they could have agreed, and maybe Roy is such a boxing fan. He's like, sure, I want to go.
I don't think Tyson's that crazy.
And then
He's
they go,
so
and then
calmed out.
Tyson goes in and he starts. He washes all that beautiful weed film off of him and all that, like
I
all
think
the
he's
pigeons
still-
are dead, and he's ready to killing machine
we're,
is dead.
we're still but that's what that makes me want to bet against it because the public is like, oh, Tyson the killing machine, and Tyson's a high pigeon lover.
Yeah.
Like now he's not a killing machine anymore. He's
God, motherfucker's probably softer than I am.
He's
now.
hangover.
I got a
he's-
5-year-old. I'm mad all the time.
Smoke weed, play with his pigeons, like
and it's good weed too, man. It's a really good.
And
weed.
we're seeing glimpses of his training, and like, oh, he still got it. We're seeing 2 second.
Do you see
clips.
the pictures of him that came out?
Yeah. I mean, he still looks
yesterday?
scary.
How good look- yeah, how
no
good
one
man.
wanted to fight
I mean,
him.
the
but,
guy is.
but then he got old man
He's
Roy
thick.
Jones. I don't know. This has got to be.
But
a
Roy
stay
Jones
away.
is big now too. Like he knows how to
Well,
cut weight. So
Roy Jones is 51. Mike Tyson's 54. They're both old.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Old man Roy Jones too. They're both
that's exactly
50-year-old
10 years.
men.
I kind of like old man fights. I gotta tell you.
Yeah, me too.
I kind of like it more than young kids. I know you're gonna be okay. They're beating each other up. I'm like, you're fine. These two old men could kill each other.
The problem
it's way
is
more reckless.
when
it is like two old men fighting in a Publix parking lot. How many times does one guy fall over, hits his head on the curb, and he's dead?
Yeah.
I think when we watch this fight, we're gonna be like, oh yeah, those people are 50 years old. You know,
You
like
think
it's
so?
gonna be obvious. I
don't
believe
know. Tyson is still a very. There's a look about that guy.
His pad hit. I mean, anyone can look good on pads if they have the proper holder, but still, he looked sharp as hell on his pads.
I have shit. Although I would, I
What
was about to bet
percentage?
everything against Alex Smith and being like a decent quarterback in the NFL, and he's doing something. You know, like goddamn.
He's not.
He
As bad
almost
as we
died.
thought.
He
Yeah, I
came
know.
back like so.
I know.
Like
Tell me that's not the most impressive sports story you've seen in forever. It's like, wait, you almost died and you're actually okay.
Yeah,
you might end up getting better.
In any other scenario besides from the Redskins or the Washington football team,
Yeah.
he
Can't say that, buddy.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't.
Have to
I
see
don't
you in
think
my office after the show.
he wouldn't have had this chance. But I think that franchise is so
Perfect for him.
It's
Yeah.
got such
They're
a bad
hurting.
name
Oh, they're
that they
hurting.
want a hero.
Yeah.
and they're letting this guy do it.
Honestly, he's great for him. I mean, really, he's the only good thing they have.
So, Seth, let's do some news.
Oh shit! Oh, where is it?
I don't need it.
I got it. Sorry.
99 MRIs trying to prove he's gonna die. The CT is kicking in with every new hit at the gym. He laid out Kimbo with an attack, but the Russian won't call him back. And we all forgot about that fight. Just more proof alone you're gonna die. It's Seth Petrozelli with your douche bro news.
Douche Bro News.
News brought to you by White Claw. If you want some White Claw 70s, they're more of a session White Claw. I prefer the number 2 White Claw variety pack. My favorite is watermelon. Thank you.
Watermelon is
That
really
surprises
good.
me.
Yeah, I like
It's
watermelon.
good, man. The watermelon ones are really good.
Yeah.
They have a tart, almost they get you in the back of the fillings.
Also like the lemon. All right, first story.
All right, first story. I'll start. Netflix is facing a huge backlash in India over a now infamous kissing scene in one of its shows. The exchange takes place in the series that's called A Suitable Boy, an adaptation of the award-winning novel by an Indian author, which was released on the streaming service last month. The story follows the love life of a young Hindu woman, and at one point depicts her being kissed by a Muslim man at a Hindu temple.
What?
So crazy. That has proven extremely controversial to some viewers in India, including Hindu nationalist politicians. On Sunday, hashtag boycott Netflix was trending on Twitter there, according to local media reports. The same day, Narottam Mishra, the Minister of Home Affairs in the government of the Madhya Pradesh state, said on Twitter
You
that
picked this story, Mark.
Yeah, you didn't have
It's like me reading Harry Potter.
Hey, I did Harry
Now
Potter
I
good.
understand why my son hates.
Anyway,
is he hearing
he asked the police to examine this controversial content.
Rad and Dimbledore went to
So why'd they get mad at her?
Because a Hindu woman got kissed by a Muslim man in a Hindu temple.
That's a no-no.
I gotcha.
Yeah, you know what?
Here's
Religion,
the thing.
you're fucking
you
it all up.
can choose not to watch that particular movie.
Yeah, but you know what? My God still know that the movie's out there, so I gotta hack somebody's hands off with this machete. It's all religion, right? Oh, God.
The Hindu god is the coolest of all gods, right? Because it's the Goro, all the arms.
Oh, it is Goro.
Yeah.
Well, there's more than one god
Vishnu.
and goddess.
Krishna.
That's cool. Our
Man,
god
it would
is
be
just
so
an old
dope to have
Santa Claus.
extra hands. You know how awesome it would be to have extra hands? The first thing I would do if I had like 4 hands aside, is the first hand would be under my t-shirt and in my pants, just
I think
jacking
you're
it
thinking of
constantly. Shiva, whatever.
Yeah, okay, I like this,
I'm
yeah.
always gonna. I'll do it. I'll do it for you.
So yeah, one of your six, Goro,
1/6 is in.
jacking it.
Yeah, but you gotta imagine another arm coming out of here.
Yeah,
So
I can imagine.
I'm constantly this.
Yeah.
I mean, like literally in the front.
Why
of my,
not? You got more hands.
Yeah, and the front of my pants just basically looks like, like yogurt land, where and nobody's on.
It's like top of Shawshank.
Nobody's cleaning it up.
churning
It's
butter,
It's
just-
just coming out. It's literally constant. So I have to wear a Harry Styles kilter dress to cover the cum stains in my pants.
Yeah.
And then my other arms are just whipped crazy. One of them's brushing my teeth, the other one's combing my hair. It's just crazy.
All right, so you got
it's just
that's
bananas.
it. You got one jacking hand, then one brushing your teeth, combing your hair.
Yeah, I'm always doing something with my hands.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, they're
You
like
got
we're drinking
6.
coffee. It's always something.
I mean, at least, we could talk crap about America all we want, but at least we somewhat move past that religious type stuff in here.
Are
don't
you
think?
insane?
No, we're way before. We're way You got to go
let's see.
Europe, dude.
If a
Europe
gay
is way
person
ahead of us.
if two gay people kissed in a church, you think that would have the same uproar?
Yes.
Oh
Really?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, in the
Netflix?
Midwest.
If
it
you're a
would.
morning show, you get fired for that.
Yeah. And in the Midwest, man, people will go crazy for stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, but Europe, I feel
I'm out of
like
touch when it
I
comes
feel
to
like most of my British friends,
People are trying to
most of my
reverse gay
British
marriage
friends
right now in our country.
don't believe in religion. Like, I don't think I've ever met a friend of mine that is from England who is into like organized religion. I don't have any.
Yeah, well,
And there's a fuckload of churches over there too.
Yeah, but they're old.
Yeah,
you know,
really
they're
old.
Like,
There's like
1,000 years old.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like-
They're almost like museums at
but
this point.
most of my British friends are like, I have no time for that, my friend. You know, like they're business and
Now we'll tell you.
Europeans are way more atheist.
like Chris, our friend, Chris Turner. He doesn't strike me as a religious man. He strikes me as like a science man.
It's surprising that Netflix it didn't get flagged only because I imagine India is a gigantic market for them. So I'm surprised that they're like, well, let's not piss them off because there's billions of people there.
Yeah.
It's like, they specifically don't put things that piss off like the Chinese culture.
That's a fact.
Because there's so many people, it's such a huge market that a movie could make so much money.
Well, there have
there.
been scripts where the bad guy, like I'm talking literally a franchise movie from America. This is years ago before COVID and when movies were still a thing, where they would just swap out whatever logo the particular bad guys had on their shirt because it was too offensive to China. Or like, oh, you wrote this with a Chinese dictator? No, you can't do that.
Yeah.
You got to go. No,
It's
you got to
all
go
money.
Middle East. They're way cooler. It's a weird.
It's all business.
Sort of businessy, racist kind of weird thing.
Yeah, I think they
religion-y thing.
They all went Middle East because they're like they don't got billions of people.
Which is bullshit because I know plenty of Middle Eastern people that aren't even into that either. So I don't know. The whole thing is kind of fucked.
Lots of censorship over there.
Next story, Seth.
Okay. Next story. It's kind of.
Oh, I hope this one's easier.
Well, yeah, it goes back to making fun of me. So.
Oh.
I just figured I'd just do it first to myself. Greg Norman's innocent dog photo has an X-rated twist.
Greg Norman, the New Zealand golfer or Australian golfer.
Yeah, I don't know where it's from, but yeah.
Shaq.
Greg Norman has delighted fans with a revealing pic on Instagram. The 65-year-old golfing legend posted 3 photos of himself with his pooch on the beach, captioning it, "A man and his dog," on a Sunday. But one photo in particular caught people's attention with his impressive abs and even more impressive features on clear display.
Big old Norman.
Yeah.
Dude, Greg Norman, my wife
let me see
finds
the
Greg
picture.
Norman
It was big.
extremely attractive because he is a beautiful old Australian real man.
My
Pull up-
God,
pull
he's
up the
got
picture.
his golf clubs under there.
Yeah, that was one of the tweets. People are tweeting stuff like that.
So he pulled
The Great
Seth-
White Shaft.
He pulled the Petrozelli.
Well, he's in his swim trunks, walking on the
guy-
beach with the wind hitting his dick. You see the outline.
This guy's fucking jacked, old man.
Yeah, he is.
So yeah, but he knew.
Scroll down, you see, there it is. No, yeah.
Okay, let me see.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. This
You
guy's got
can't
a
not
huge
know.
cock.
You can't not know.
I can't put that on Twitch.
Oh my
I did put-
God!
I did
That
put a
guy
link in
has
the Twitch.
a mega dick.
I thought that was a
I
shadow.
thought you guys were like
This guy's awesome. I mean, like, that is how I want to look as an old man, and I will not. I got to work. I got to get to work.
No.
Seth, look at that guy as an old man. He looks fucking good,
Oh,
right?
yeah, he looks real good.
He's got a quarter chub though, right?
He's
That's
got
not just
a
flaccid
massive
dick.
dick.
What
I think
happens
the
is, I
wind
think
is
the
whipping
wind
against it, yeah.
blows and it kind
Fluffs
of
it a little
fluffs
bit.
a little bit for you.
I don't think I can. Is the link fine? Can I put that up?
I put the link in the chat.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I can put that up. It's
Now, are you sure that's his dick and not just the front crease? It is. Oh,
No,
yeah,
there
that's
it
his
is.
dick.
Oh, I just zoomed in. My
That's
God.
Wow,
That
hold
is
on.
impressive. That's bigger than Carrot Tops.
He's got full boner and he's ripped as fuck.
My God,
Dude,
sir.
you never heard of the Shack? Like, that's what Butler was talking about. Dude, Greg Norman, the shark. Remember I used to call in on the monsters?
yeah.
I'd
He's
call
made
in-
all of his money off of wine, I think.
Yeah, I'd call in as Greg Norman. This
The guy
motherfucker.
with a neon shark on
Yeah.
his
Yeah, he's got the clothing.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah, he
Oh,
looks awesome.
He got full testosterone therapy.
Yeah, and that's what made his dick. Does that make
Yeah.
your dick bigger and your balls smaller, right?
Well, it does make your balls smaller. I don't think it makes
so
your
it made
dick
his dick
bigger.
bigger.
But that's genetics.
That is
He's got a
impressive, man.
hog in his pants.
Make your pussy dance. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Shout out to At Home Floor Store. That's what we do now. We make inappropriate catchphrases for our clients, and
For
then
the
we
sponsors.
and yeah.
Not,
and then we,
not
we,
to
we sell
digress,
it.
but this has a little bit to do with dicks. I
all
forgot to
right.
talk about this, but I wanted to.
Your
talk
hair
about
is just messy enough to make you look like an insane person telling me this.
So what was the guy's name that worked for the New York Times that started jacking off by accident on a Zoom meeting and got fired?
Hold on.
How does that happen?
I know.
They were-
At first, I was like, that's got to be fake.
Because there's so much fake bullshit out there.
Jeffrey Tobin?
I did look at it, and I was like, is this a fake story or whatever? Like, because
It was at the New Yorker, not the New York Times.
Oh, sorry, New Yorker.
The career of Jeffrey Tobin at the New Yorker and CNN is hanging in the balance after the famous journalist was reportedly seen masturbating on a Zoom call with colleagues. The New Yorker, where Tobin has been a legal correspondent for decades, dude. Decades. And that is a very, very heralded publication. The
Yeah,
New Yorker,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
they have extremely famous art on the covers. There's a specific style that goes along with it that if you're in the know, then you know the New Yorker, and you probably know this guy. Who's outside? Okay.
I know this.
Oh, it's our
Chainsaw.
yeah, it's Chainsaw Johnny coming by to deliver his Christmas cards.
And I know this got political and everything, and I do not want to get that away
Right.
at all. I'm just talking
No,
about
this isn't political to me. This is a
How
guy
do
that
you
worked for the
not
New Yorker
know?
masturbating.
and I tried to read more into the story, and it didn't exactly give that many details about how this happened. But apparently, he was just on a Zoom call, and like a business meeting, whatever, and he still had his camera open. So either he didn't like close it and then switched over to the porn, and then like started jacking it, and people were still watching him on the Zoom business meeting or whatever, and then they fired him. But so there's two things here. It kind of seems shitty that they fired him, because it's like, if you can't prove that he did it on purpose, then it really, what was in his intent?
It's called being self-aware.
That's true. I guess you could argue that, like, if you're not self-aware enough to know that your camera's still
You're
on.
listening to a meeting and you're like, you know what? I'm going to zone that out, and I'm just going to start
No, but-
cranking it.
No,
Yeah,
you
right
know
fucking
what?
in a meeting.
I found an article that explains everything you're talking about. This guy's always been like this.
What?
This guy,
yeah,
Jeffrey
crazy?
Tobin. No, he's always been a little spicier than normal. Like, on the show, I always say I'm the self-professed horniest person
Okay.
on the program, right?
Yeah,
I'm not even in this cat's category. Like, this guy, it says when, it says he graduated from law school in 1986. Then he went on to do other different articles for the New Yorker. Gawker got hold of something in 2010 and said they published an entire article about his sexual habits entitled "Too Hot for Print." CNN author Jeffrey Tobin's rumored XXX sex fetish. Then it says years later in 2008, he was doing a story on Roger Stone, and they got wind that he had visited a swingers club. Like, this guy's like just a spicy guy. Yeah, he's always jacking it everywhere.
Yeah, but how does it happen where they see you jacking it on the business meeting call? Like, I know the guy's
He thought he had turned his camera off.
He
and
can't
muted
control
it.
himself.
And so he thought he turned his camera off, started jacking it, and they were like, did someone text you? Like, hey, buddy, I see you jacking it? Like, how?
Like, okay,
Who alerts him?
Andrea does a Zoom meeting every morning at 10 a.m., and I know not to call there. And her routine is usually to change her Zoom background to something crazy, dress as if the thing is crazy in the background, and then she puts Caesar and my mom's dog Maggie on the bed because apparently these people get a kick out of seeing Caesar, like he loves the meetings and he acts silly.
Okay.
That's what she does.
Ah.
So he did a very, very, very naughty version of what my wife does, I feel like. This is what he does when during the meetings. He probably has a habit of these meetings suck. I'm just going to mute it. Or mute me, leave on the audio, and I'm going to turn on my second screen to porno, and I'm going to whack
So they went on a break during the Zoom call. And during this break,
That's his jerking time.
he started jerking it, not knowing that like people could still see him. He thought that just because they were on a break, that like the camera and the mics were off. Meanwhile, he's jacking it.
God,
I mean,
how
like in
horny.
between editing, in between editing the audio version of the show and the video version of the show, I usually go into the bathroom and I jack off on Lunel's signature in the bathroom. That's why you probably have seen that the Sharpie has been dripping away. Yeah, that is my routine, and I have to do it that way.
So when you fire him,
You guys believe that, which is
it's
weird.
because he just made
It all makes
bad
sense.
decisions, not that he purposely
He did this
exposed
thing too,
himself.
which is so dumb. Like he barely put down his laptop cover, and so it was
really-
like the camera was
Yeah.
right on his dick.
yeah.
no.
Oh, man.
So did
never,
he finish?
Never tilt the lid.
Don't you
Never tilt the clamshell. Ever.
You turn the computer like it's you
Put
know
a sticky note on that thing.
Well,
Like,
look at the
everybody
ceiling.
knows.
It's the picture of your mom by your bedstand and the quintessential you turn it around or you know or your
Yeah,
wife
yeah,
when you
yeah.
I don't. I never do that. I like to have my picture of my mom next to the computer so I can go, their eyes, her eyes, their eyes, her eyes, their eyes, her eyes.
or put a sticky note in front of like you don't take the chance anyway.
No.
It just I'm
Just-
like
that's
how
why the VHS is
How?
just easier because it's like,
all right. Next story.
All right.
oh, you almost said Ross.
Yeah, you did.
Ross.
I didn't say it.
That's the worst thing you could have done today. Any other insult you'd given him, he could right over, just like water off a goose's back, a duck's
dick.
back, whatever. That's like water off a goose dick.
Police on Tuesday identified a man accused of urinating on a fellow passenger during a Delta flight earlier this month as a pastor from Raleigh.
Ooh.
A police report obtained by the Winston-Salem Journal says Daniel Chalmers was arrested at the Detroit Metro Airport after a flight landed on October 13th.
So he pissed on a guy?
Did
Kinda
Ross
has
do this story? I feel like we talked about it.
Oh, really?
No, I don't remember.
No. He's just
okay.
rubbing
A
it
passenger
in.
named Alicia Beverly told police she woke up on the plane around 2:45 a.m. to find a man urinating on her.
Oh, no.
He was drunk, basically, is what.
Oh my God! How drunk are you that you pee on somebody on a plane?
What did you do? Reporter
Well, there's
said,
distance
I peed
there.
on her. I thought I was going to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's called. I had a lot of booze.
Yeah,
and
that's the Mike
Ambien.
B.
Yeah, booze and Ambien
Are pastors allowed to drink?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They just can't have sex in certain.
Yeah. I think they opened that up. It was like
well,
here,
you got
do
to
whatever.
in order to have sex.
Yeah, so you
Can't
just
do it close.
You basically drunk, sleptwalked, pissed on
Sleptwalked
that
and pissed on a chick.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
Can you be that
Sleepwalk.
drunk, though? I've never been that drunk.
You know, I did the other night though, where I was like in bed and I wasn't drunk, but I thought I had to pee, and I could feel it. Like it felt like. I'm assuming that based on biology, your urine just stays in your bladder until it's time to get it out of there. It doesn't like get to the tip of your dick and just stay there. You see what I'm saying?
It's some muscle near your bladder that's.
So I'm laying there and I'm like, I think I have to pee, and then I was like, let's see if I can get it to the tip of my dick.
Oh, no.
This is how crazy I am. I'm like, can you get it to the tip of your dick but not let it come out? And I'm like, I can do that. And I went like, I'm doing it right now, and it goes. And it, and it comes right. Yeah, because there's no
That's
control.
called peeing your pants.
Yeah, not peeing my pants. A little, just a squirt.
Yeah. That's the equivalent of in every like 70s, 80s, old school movies when you siphon the gas, it always a bunch goes in your mouth and you spit it out. Then
I saw my dad probably siphon gas more than ever kiss my mom. That's bad, right?
Yeah. It used to be. That's when you know. I don't think we understood the dangers of putting a mouthful of fucking
fossil fuel.
I mean, people still do that.
Yeah, it's not a smart thing to do.
It burns the enamel off your teeth. Imagine, just wait till it gets close to your lips. You're fine.
I don't know
It'll
how
go.
you would be able to tell that. It's kind of like the dick thing.
You can feel it coming.
Yeah. I feel like you have an instinct of
Don't they
when
make
it's coming.
a thing that does the siphoning for
I'm
you?
sure they do now. Yeah.
That's I feel like my sons will never have to siphon gas
electric
with
cars,
full of mouth. Yeah. I've
Have you ever sucked a battery before? It's horrible. Gotta do something to get it out.
Any more stories, Seth?
I got one that I didn't do last week. I don't know. It's kind of a fun thing. It's 23 discontinued kids cereals that you'll never see again. It's kind of like a nostalgic thing.
Is Kaboom on there?
You want me to name just a couple and see if you guys
Yeah, I like cereals.
Okay. Do you guys remember Magic Puffs?
No.
Maybe if you see the label, maybe.
Was this a wizard?
I know this one.
Was there a wizard?
No.
Okay.
Cinnamon mini buns.
Cinnamon mini buns, I believe.
Yeah, those were amazing.
I remember those. Yep.
They brought those back, didn't they? Or my
For a minute, yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes they do that.
Is it like Cookie Crisp in the fact that
it looks like little honey buns.
Yeah.
But it's like
It's
the
like Cinnamon Toast
Cookie
Crunch
Crisp
with
is
Cookie
good.
Crisp.
But it's just tiny cookies all the
No, they're not cookies though. They look like tiny
They're
cookies.
crunchy. Yeah.
Yeah, they're good
Crunchy
though.
little cinnamon bun looking thing.
Yeah, they were good. That
I remember this one was a hit for a little bit, then disappeared. Hidden Treasures. Do you guys
I
remember that?
I don't know any of these.
No.
Yeah, I was
before my time.
Is it
Seth.
knockoff Lucky Charms?
Wait a minute. Were
No,
you?
it had stuff in the middle.
I liked my
It
cereal
had a fruity- it had
bland,
a
like
fruity
Wheaties.
center.
Well, you're British. You're supposed to like that.
Wheaties,
Yeah.
shredded wheat or
No
Wheaties.
sex, please.
Ugh.
British. Were you allowed to have sugar cereals growing up?
Oh yeah.
See, I was not. So
well-
I was obsessed with them only because my parents kind of shielded me from them. So I went through a phase where I did like it's like the preacher's daughter, like where I went nuts. I'm just like, I'm an adult. Every cereal must be, like I did the flip out and I went crazy. I had the Kaboom, all the cereals that would turn your shit green because they pass through you too fast. All the food coloring, all Smurf cereal, all of them.
C-3POs. That was back in the
I don't
days.
remember C-3POs.
I don't remember. That was just a thing when Star Wars came out.
I almost feel like that would work now if they had it.
Yeah.
Mini Tricks.
No.
Marshmallow Krispies.
Yes, I remember those.
Oh, yeah. This is all just pure garbage, right?
Yeah, trash cereal.
And it's got to be
corn.
becoming less
I don't know
sugar.
any of these.
Choco Donuts.
I remember Choco Donuts, yeah.
Captain Crisp.
Yeah, it was just corn. It's
Captain
just
Crunch.
cornmeal and sugar, right?
Yummy Mummy.
Yeah.
I remember Yummy Mummy.
You do? Nerd cereal.
I remember Nerd cereal.
Gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds disgusting.
I remember it though.
I'm
But I never
sorry.
had it, but I remember Smurf cereal is the one where David
Pebbles
Cunningham
are
and I were going to Chuck E. Cheese. We were young. We were like maybe 9 or 10. His little sister ate an entire box of Smurf cereal, but she was like maybe 3. And then she shit her diaper, and it was all the same color, the Smurf cereal. And the redneck parents freaked out thinking that she had like Ebola or was dying because it was all blue. So then we had to go to the emergency room instead of going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Fruit-shaped
Trash
tricks.
Yeah,
Fruit-shaped tricks.
It's just
Yeah.
marshmallow and
Yeah,
pure
garbage.
sugar.
One more, and then we'll probably take a break.
Yeah, that's all. S'mores Crunch.
I remember S'mores Crunch.
Really? I don't remember that one.
Yeah. And do Tommy and Max, like, you guys don't watch commercials at all, right?
They usually don't. No, they don't have any exposure to it, but they call it propaganda. By the
Do
way,
your kids eat cereal?
No, because
Oh, wow,
the
you-
old crow don't let her.
So
my
wait,
kids
no
have any
cereal,
fun.
no commercials. Oh my
they're-
God, these are straight up Canadian children. My God,
All
they're
they
really
know,
funny though.
They know Cheerios, and then if they want to get crazy, Honey Nut Cheerios, and that's it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, when my mom comes around, they'll get the pure.
Oh yeah,
garbage.
she's gonna be good for them.
Yeah, and
you talk about toughening them up. They just need some Sunkist.
They just need a little trash.
Yeah, if you just give them a little bit of Grammy, I think they'll
Yeah.
be just fine. Good Florida boys.
Diabetes makes you tougher.
It will. It will.
Makes you weaker.
You gotta fight through it, buddy.
In the foot area. All right, let's get it.
This is Christo Graham. The name of the song is Karaoke Queen. Enjoy this. We'll be back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan very, very soon. It's starting. 1-844-TOMNDAN or show@tomanddan.com for an email. We'll be right back.
Barefoot lady on a wagon stage, swinging and bringing the band in, breaking free from her big
I love punk rock. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan. Samantha and Butler are here. Seth Petrozelli had to leave.
Right over the I'm Tom.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Taking the power away.
Yeah, well, I got no time. This guy's...
Take it away.
Seth left because you bullied him.
Okay.
You hurt his feelings,
Big
and
baby.
he was like, I got some stuff to handle. You guys are... and then he, like, sadly...
2020. Get a digital keypad, Seth. You're having to drive across town to your dojo, which is, I think, in...
It's not a dojo. It's
West
an old
Oaks
gas
Mall
station.
next to the Fort Walker.
Dude,
You're gonna drive to West.
He's spicy today. Motherfuckers at West Oaks Mall. You know that is hell on earth, man. My wife used to work at the West Oaks Mall Old Navy, which is why she can live with me. That was her training for being married to me, was working the West Oaks Mall, which had a painting of the Last Supper that was all the greatest black politicians and leaders of our time all eating together, and she would not buy it for me, and it still chaps my ass.
So he said he had to go let the plumber in or some shit.
Yeah, that means you got to go cry in his car. It made him sad.
Real quick before dump him out, I had some friends pass through. They were heading up to their cabin up there in North Carolina.
So talking about eating food or something.
No, they broke up their drive by staying at our house over the last weekend.
COVID breaks up any drive.
And then they suggested why they while they were staying there, like, we saw a good movie on Netflix the other day. You should check it out if you're ever looking. You know, you had nothing else to watch or whatever. You know, not much to do these days. You just there's a movie. They're like, okay, cool. Like they are friends. So
I know these people.
Similar tastes, possibly.
Yeah, and I know these people. They're great people.
Yeah. So and
the best people.
Regular family. You know, what I'm saying 2 boys. And
so they suggested it as a family to watch.
No,
not just like you and Crystal.
No, me and Crystal. They're like, hey, check this out. In fact, they said it's rated R or whatever.
Gotcha.
So but then I'm saying they're like a regular family. Then I'm like they're not like into anything extreme.
They're not going to steer you wrong.
Normal American family.
I talked a lot of plants with my friend because he's into plants too.
He's also a mountain bikeman.
And then
right?
And then the wife and mom, my wife talked to about kid stuff.
Kids stuff, food allergies, best vegan recipe.
And then so we sat down and we're like, hey, let's put on that movie that our friends suggested. Watch. And then we started watching it, and then I was like, what is this? This strikes me kind of like a little bit of a... You remember Passion's Cove from Showtime back in the day?
Oh, dude. Do I ever? So you were watching
Let us know.
He was watching a softcore.
It's called 365 Days.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know about this?
Yeah, this is old news.
This is old news? I don't know.
Yeah.
I watch it, and then I start fucking crazy. I'm like, goddamn.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I see the tip of his dick in her mouth.
Boat fucking.
They put the tip of his dick in her mouth?
I saw the tip or some sort, and he looks like Aladdin, and he's fuck crazy.
You
ripped.
saw Aladdin's dick tip?
I swear to God.
My God.
And then they're fucking on a boat, and
you started fucking crazy?
No.
I thought that's what you just said.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
It did sound like it,
Yeah.
but
No,
You
they
said that you were watching it. It
And I was
turned you
like,
on.
what?
You started fucking
No,
crazy.
but then I was like, what is this? And I'm like, and it was like the acting is like horrible.
They were clowning you.
It was a softcore porn.
Yeah.
Were they fucking with you?
I don't know now. But
I think they were clowning
And you're
you.
too awkward to ask. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
Well, because now I'm afraid, what if they really liked it? And then
No. You just say, like, what was the name of that movie again? And when they say what it is, then you'll know.
It's like a little bit more risque, like 50 Shades of Grey type situation.
Yeah. This is what I had never seen 50
Although
Shades of Grey.
it's pretty problematic because he basically kidnaps.
Well, wait a
this
minute.
lady.
Why did you watch it? What the fuck am I missing?
Look, everybody's already seen it. They talked about it on the Sweaty Jones
the
show.
fact that Samantha's
What
watching
was
it makes
it?
me seem that she's into this
Well, you
too.
guys are
I told
all
you guys
trash
about
people.
I told you.
If Walmart, gets a whole new line of oven roasted chickens, you're gonna know first.
I told
know
you guys about that movie that used to be on Netflix called Love, and then I told you guys about it, and then 5 days later they removed it from Netflix because there was actual sex scenes. It was a straight up porno. The first 5 minutes was the guy fingering the girl. Remember I showed you the intro?
Oh, I need to watch that again.
That was straight up
It's not on
fucking.
Netflix anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not on Netflix anymore, but you can find it.
I'm like, you could leave out the fingers. I don't
need the
I don't do anything.
Don't
I'm
need
like,
the macaroni.
I'm like, this isn't fear. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm not a teen. I get excited.
You know what I
there.
do
Marky
now, though?
Wahlberg
You know, I don't
fingering
finger now, but you know what I am a fan of? The Golden Tee white ball.
What is that?
What is that?
The white ball, like on the Golden Tee. You know, it's got the ball like the
Oh,
Golden Tee video
yeah,
game. You pull it all the way back and you go, you know, like that.
Yeah,
so I use, you know, I'm not in, but I'm on the outside and I'm Golden Teeing it.
You white ball it?
Yeah, I white ball it.
What you slam it?
I just go in circles. You know, like if you're trying to write your name at the end when you know.
That's called the RC racing.
No, I don't do that.
Do not do that.
And then I don't use my thumbs to go, zing! And you're like, oh shit, it fucking pinched me.
That's called the double thumb.
Never do the double thumb. I just put it on the top and I do the Golden Tee.
Let's do some dumb.
Oh shit. I wasn't ready for that. Let's do it.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump them out and play. I wanna see your topics. Ooh, I wanna also see your bottomics.
Dump them out. Brought to you by Tom and Dan merch. In fact, there's brand new ACT hats. Daniel's got one on right now.
It's the best hat,
courtesy of Dome Hats. So they're up right now.
It is a snapback. It does come curved, but you can flatten out the bill.
Yeah, it's curved, but I flattened this one out for my glasses, but you can see the front.
So a lot of people are asking what
Versa
type.
brim.
Yeah.
So you could wear it curved, flat.
Big head friendly, too.
Yeah, it is big head friendly. It's got the Tom and Dan mediocre time, or excuse me, corporate time patch.
It's just super high quality. Dome does a great job at it.
They're phenomenal. It's a fully custom hat that's been designed by us, like every part of it. So shout out to Dome. Hey, she's going to be our Dome representative. It's going to be on Weird Job, right?
I don't know.
She said she would. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I have to send you her.
Send me the info.
She said we're going to interview her about like her weird job of making custom baseball hats.
So first topic, the Sledgehammer. What?
Sledgehammer.
That was a tribute to Daniel's dad.
Yeah, my dad did say
that. So what is the Sledgehammer?
Was that me or?
Yeah, Sledgehammer.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. So I didn't know what we were talking about. We all three of us were watching Harry Styles and his all-female backup band play the song Peter Gabriel's Sledgehammer.
Is that what you guys do when I'm usually
we
mad,
have fun,
staring at my computer and I hear
And
you guys laughing over
You're checking
here.
the balance. You're like, there's no money in here. And
I keep hitting refresh and it doesn't
and
do
then
anything.
we're in here listening to like Harry Styles sing Sledgehammer.
And then I'm like, I'm moving from this account to that account. This account, this pays that account. That, and then it's a
Oh,
big circle.
yeah.
And then I'm like,
and
I
I
just
put
need-
on my Cincinnati Bengals jersey. tight.
yeah.
No, we were watching Harry Styles sing Sledgehammer on Howard Stern. And he has an all-female backing band. And he dresses like Cam Newton, who dresses like a grandma. Harry Styles has on balloony green polyester grandma pants with a woman's sweater with a dainty little collar and then pearls. And it actually looks fucking cool.
Yeah, you gotta have big dick energy to pull off.
He looks.
that kind of.
He's got that
frontman energy.
He's got that Greg Norman. He's got that big shark in his pants.
So it works with Harry Styles, and here's why it doesn't
I'll
work
find it
for
so you
Cam Newton. It only works for Cam Newton when he's Superman again, when he's scoring touchdowns, ripping his disguise off and showing his Superman ass, and like when you're playing very well, it works. But when you lose horribly and your team looks like shit and you don't look like Superman, and then you walk out the stadium dressed like a grandma, or the hiker from Price is Right, like I saw that one the last time. He's dressed like the goddamn Swedish hiker from Price is Right. Got suspenders, a weird hat, and then it's like, it seems stupid now because you played horrible.
Yeah. Do you want to see a bit of this so you know what we're talking about? This is Harry Styles.
Like you can't have big dick energy if you lost, right?
No, I agree with you.
You should You should just wear sweatpants.
Now, do you see what he's wearing? I don't know if you can see Harry.
Yeah.
By the way, having an all-girl band just makes you look like more of a badass. This guy's so fucking good. I'm a huge fan.
Why does he have big green MC Hammers on?
Yeah.
Is that cool?
They're like pleated giant slacks.
Yeah, it is cool. Yeah, I have to say.
Does someone tell him to wear that,
No.
or does he pick it out?
He's super into fashion.
Yeah, I think he just does it. And man, I'd love to make fun of him, but if you can carry it, then you can carry it.
Yeah,
and he
not
can.
everyone can. Yeah.
He can. Other people can't.
Yeah.
If I'm trying to think of somebody that's famous, if they tried to do this, it just wouldn't work.
I mean, if Seth walked in here looking like that, it'd be funny.
Oh my God, you look just like him. Maybe would you let me dress you as Harry Styles?
Yes.
No.
Green pants.
The thing is, only he can pull that off because
He's Harry Styles.
a rock star.
Yeah.
He's a famous musician.
Travis hit the nail on the head. He's kind of got a new Bowie vibe. Like he can change how he looks, change what he does.
Very
I know
fluid,
your boys were really into, and so was my daughter. That video
David
where
Bowie?
he's like, that video of Harry Styles flying under the helicopter or whatever.
Brock BDM in the chat said he looks like Library Aladdin.
A little bit, but he sounds just like
He's
Peter
got a great
Gabriel
voice.
here.
By the way, Harry.
No, go ahead.
I just want to yell about that music video. When you're flying above the water and I see the rotor wash from the helicopter underneath you, but you've like digitally taken out the helicopter, it takes the whole effect away. It's like, all right, why is there extreme wind going down
Blame
above
that
the
on
water?
the director. That has nothing to do with Harry.
Just don't fly above water.
Yeah, they could have done better. You just CGI that out. Right?
Yeah.
He sounds just like Peter Gabriel, though. There you go. Check that out. You can YouTube it. Howard Stern, Harry Styles.
We were talking about the lyrics, and then we were trying to figure out what the innuendo fruitcakes stood for.
Yeah, because he says, "Show me around your." He goes, "Show me
Around your fruitcakes, 'cause I'll be a honey
Is it fruit cake or cakes?
I thought it was cake.
Okay, well that makes a difference. The
Because it
cakes is
doesn't
up
sound
top.
like he says cakes. It sounds like Peter Gabriel says, "Show me around your fruit cake."
Okay, well,
but that's just me.
If it's singular, then it's the puss. If it's cakes,
Don't like when you say puss.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
It's the titties.
Well, let's
how would you feel? Does your this is where the show takes a dark turn.
No.
Do you and your wife ever have?
No.
Okay. Bye. That's how I wanted to end.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Do you and your wife ever have a candid conversation about sex and have?
I don't think they've ever discussed it.
Like
ever.
I'm going to say something that my wife told me that she will validate it and say 100% I said this. My wife was talking about the length of my whiskers and how the upper part of my mustache feels at this length quite pleasing, resting, and swirly twirling her clitoris.
No, come on.
Just the whiskers?
No.
Oh.
I'm doing other things, but she's saying this is the length that honestly feels the best during, dare I say, cunnilingus.
No.
Tickling her withers.
Right.
Come on.
So have you ever?
What is she bringing that up at breakfast?
Because she wants him to keep it that length at breakfast.
You say that, but like we don't have a lot of time. Maisie's so much spicier than your boys. If I just gave her to you for one weekend, you would come back and you'd say, "I'm sorry." You'd hug me. You'd hate hugging. You would hug me and be like, "I'm sorry, you're right. She's a terror. She's a goddamn Tasmanian
She was in
devil."
here the other day.
She gets shy around
does.
people.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, your boys, they sit. Maisie has never sat ever.
Yeah, we have.
Ever.
Well, you always want
I have
what you
limited
can't have.
time.
I'm like,
So
get out there, run, jump off stuff.
I have limited time. I've got to eat it as fast as humanly possible because I might only have 3 minutes of eating.
Are you talking about food or pussy?
Yeah, pussy. I'm talking about pussy, Papa. You're fired.
Yeah, and this is our. Since we're talking kids, real quick, we got the Switch, right? And it was because the eye doctor.
He about to pour it. He about to vent to us.
Well, the eye doctor said like don't have the kids play, especially Tommy, on their like Kindles or anything small phones. It's bad for his eyes. Have him play regular video games if he's going to at all.
Yeah.
On a bigger screen is better for his eyes.
Makes sense to me.
So
this is perfect. Now you got something to distract him so you can get at it.
Well, no,
you got to grow a beard again.
Now
get those sitting whiskers.
And
get her
so
fruitcakes, bro.
We got them.
Yeah, man, you eat them cakes.
We got them one like video game, Super Mario.
Oh, and they love it with all their heart.
And they've been playing Super
yeah.
Mario. They got to like almost the final level, like 3 away from beating Bowser.
But you almost beat it for them. So
well, I got them past the one castle. They couldn't. Anyway,
you love it. Don't even act like you don't love it.
Well, the problem being is
getting high and playing video games. Come on, dude, weigh in. It's awesome.
When my friends came into town, they have a 7-year-old who has been playing Switch a little longer, and he had his own games in the car.
What?
And so then he busted out a couple of his own games.
Oh, gateway drugs.
And it blew fucking Max and Tommy's mind. Where they were like, "Oh shit!
It's a world of games!"
And they're playing like they're some fighting game, and Pikachu. All the characters are fighting each other.
Smash Bros.
Yeah, Smash Bros. Rules.
Yo, that's a good one.
Smash Brothers is a it's a masterpiece of.
That's what will divide your children.
I'm not joking. I looked at them have more fun than they've ever had in their entire lives.
Oh, there it is.
And more than any voting day.
That's what it is.
Any forum where they don't want to do this.
Look,
shit.
everybody, Tipper Gore's here. We now have a war on video games.
And Max,
something is cooler than Dada.
No, it was because it was goddamn. It might have been it's a
magic.
speedball.
It's real life magic.
It was heroin and cocaine mixed together, and it was the best feeling they've ever had in their lives.
It's the closest we will ever come as humans to creating real magic, dude.
They liked it more than anything I've ever seen, and they were so excited. Which I gotta tell you, at the beginning I was happy for, but then I got scared because ever since then,
it's like watching somebody freebase.
It's all they can think about.
Cracked out.
And Tommy the other morning, literally, because they get this Thanksgiving week, they're out of school. Monday morning, he fucking
which is bullshit, by the way.
I know. They got
kids get a whole week off for Thanksgiving.
It's crazy,
soft as fuck, man. I think I used to pause for turkey, then go back to school.
So we were laying the ground rules, and like in the morning, he knows the rules is like you got to get up, go pee, get dressed, eat your breakfast before the day starts. Whatever. So I wake up and Tommy's waking. He's like, "Is it switch time yet?" And then I wake up and I look at, and he's dressed.
Suck a dick for some switch.
He's dressed like Jerry Garcia. A big bag. He's got a tie-dye purple shirt on.
He's got a 5 o'clock shadow. He's been up all night. He's up all night.
He just found whatever shit in his closet because he's still not dressing himself.
I've been waiting for this day.
And he's like, I went pee-pee, and his glasses on.
I went pee-pee all over the place. I just see that switch. Come on.
And so we had to have a family meeting. We you can't do this. You're
family meeting
because they're addicted to it. They're goddamn addicted.
An intervention with your children.
Yeah, because they can't think of anything else.
Yeah.
And then we're like, you can't play Switch until 10 a.m. on non-school. And then they just, all right. Then they look at the clock. They're like, how long? How many seconds? And
Make them go do something.
I tell
them
them
no parenting in this household.
We try. We're like, go outside. And they just want, and they're addicted
Lock
to
them
it.
out.
So I don't know what to do now. It's the best thing that's ever happened to them. That's all they
just
want to do.
give it to them. It'll burn out.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
don't
give
think so.
in.
Yeah, that's what they told us. Fucking until his nose deflated. They're already laying. Just give him the heroin. That's fine. He'll eventually get tired of it.
Tom thinks that he was playing Smash Brothers. He's all he can see is Artie Length, nose deflating.
It seems that they like it so much that I play it. I look in their eyes when they're playing.
Because it's fun.
Yeah, I know, but it's too good.
No, but you don't like. You got to get.
You can't have it
get
too good.
one that's got your DNA to actually witness them cry melt when you deny them.
You don't remember doing that when you were a kid playing video games?
I had no structure. No one told me I was play whatever you want.
Sam, I didn't get video games until I was 14.
You're fine.
I didn't have video games.
Hold on.
It's not the video.
I will argue I'm not
Trust
fine.
me, it wasn't the video games.
Well, it's something. It's a lot of something. And I don't know if it is, but I don't want my sons being anything like me because I'm fucked up.
All right, next topic. What's else? What else is on the list, my God?
Tom grazing in the office.
Oh God!
Yeah,
I had to leave the office today.
It's your bars. I don't think
No,
it's his eating
he blamed
habits.
it on the bars, but it happens every time.
Yeah.
It's almost as like he is creating more saliva in his mouth than needs to be in there.
You know what?
It's
Are you
very
starving-
wet.
are you
It's
starving yourself
macaroni in a
again?
pot.
This is why the owners have separate offices.
Yeah.
And then the
I'd be
goddamn
perfectly fine with that.
Steve Jobs is in fucking
Private
next to the
bathroom type
mail
shit.
guy.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying. Like, yeah, you have a private bathroom, an office.
Yeah.
You
I would
go.
love that.
You go into.
I would love that too. I get like fucking Butler's stinky Brussels sprouts. He stinks up the whole office. Oh my God.
We're all in the same tiny office, and I can't eat my goddamn protein bar and peas.
Oh, they came in here. They're like,
I know.
We have to go out of the room when Tom's eating his protein bars. It sounds like wet ass pussy.
It sounds like he's getting a blowjob under the table. It's just like,
It's very moist.
And then I can't take a shit because it's all.
That's why I told you not to bring it up.
Yeah, this motherfucker gets caught
because
up like
he's getting shamed.
Like pretty soon they'll be like,
He'll
oh,
leave like
I gotta
Seth.
leave the office because the way Tom breathes. You
It
can't.
grossed me out. I had to get out of there.
I do about the. I breathe.
Yeah.
Like
Every
it's my
breath
last
is like
breath,
that.
yeah.
You're like,
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna call our landlord and see if the business next door is for rent. We can get our own office again.
it is. He left the
Alright.
windows
Yeah,
open.
we
though.
both because it's like this one. We both can have our own office, and then we'll get a secretary
Yeah.
and
And
the
then just-
lobby.
Secretary.
Or we just Skype in.
Yeah. That's what
No,
bosses
I
do.
won't even come in here. I'll just Skype in for what we need to do.
You need a secretary, so you make make some comments when you walk in the morning.
You're looking a little chubbier than normal, Sally. You're gaining weight. What happened? You stressed out? Is your husband knocking you around? What's up?
Yeah. Then you go in your office and then you close the door. You have a button.
Yeah.
I know how it works. Anyway,
Shut off my Zoom. I'm gonna jack off in here a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Owning a business.
I gotta jack off in here because my sons, all they do is play Switch. It's stressing me out, so I gotta jack off in here on the Zoom meeting.
I didn't know it was you go and you try to eat your bar. They're like, oh, you're eating too loud. Disgust me. I'm gonna go in the other office and make fun of him with the other owner.
With the other owner, just to build more resentment. I feel like this is healthy, right? Healthy. Give me a thumbs up if it's healthy. What else is on the list?
We got, in order for it to count as a podcast, someone has to be listening
Yeah,
to it.
Tom's drawing the line. All you other podcasts that are listening to this right now that think you are a good podcast, Tom says, fuck you!
No, I didn't say that. I asked a question.
If you have under 1,000 downloads, this is what you said to me.
No,
It's a quote. He said,
no.
if you have
No.
under 1,000 downloads,
Motherfucker.
you're not a podcast, and go fuck yourself and
No.
stop doing it.
No.
And stop stinking up our fucking workflow and our workspace. You guys are fucking fake. You're not
no,
real,
come on.
and all you're doing it for is your family. So stop, and then sell all of your equipment at pawn shops around the Full Sail area in Dan O'Bidal. That's what you said.
I questioned, is it a podcast if you don't have any listeners?
Well, according to Libsyn, if a podcast is only on Spotify, i.e. Joe Rogan, if it's only in their space, not on Apple Music, not on Apple Podcasts, not on Stitcher, not on any of the other aggregates that pull from RSS feeds, then technically, based on the word and the use of RSS, it is not a podcast.
It's just a show.
It's just a show.
So that, and even if
Because
you...
podcast has to have that RSS feed that's easily shareable to
Right.
the world. If you don't have that, I'm just going on basic definition. It is not a podcast.
So, and I know you can make the argument that, okay, you could say the same thing about a song. Like, if you make a song, and even if no one listens to it, it's still a song.
I've done a lot of that.
But I feel like if you have some
It's just
sort
like
of
an audio diary if you're just talking.
Yes,
recording it,
because
not no one's listening.
Audio
Right?
diary is pretty good.
If there's no audience, then it's just the audio recording of you talking. And you're right, it's just an audio diary because therefore the only people that even know it exists is yourself, right? And therefore maybe you would go back and listen to it, but I don't know. That's quite
It's an interesting question.
Yeah. It's almost like the old tree falls in the woods.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, to make a noise.
I mean, I wouldn't want to ever tell anybody. Like, of course, we're joking around. Like, because
but no one does one with 0 listeners, right?
Well,
at least someone.
Man, we were lucky. We were. I mean, the first couple that we did, I'll be honest with you. Like, I think the most we ever got on like our first, and I remember this vividly because I remember I had my computer station in the main hall of my old house down the road. I think we got 60 plus down there. So that's what we got, 60 plus. That's it.
Yeah, but we were like, all right, that's good. 60 people's a lot.
I think I know some that might have just like their mom and like a coworker listening. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like there's some people out
and
there
that's okay.
That's fine.
Because if it fulfills...
But it is weird when you see them brag about having a podcast. And it's like, well, technically, yes, you do have a podcast, but...
Well, your brag would have to be, I have a podcast and it gives me nothing but so much endless fun.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, because it's about you. It's not about everybody else. We live in a society now where I feel like social media is amplified, even to my own fault and to my own... I have a problem with it. It is amplified people's opinions and made you feel like just because it means something to you that it's not worth anything if it doesn't mean anything to anybody else, and that's bullshit.
Well, what's interesting, okay, think about it like this. Okay, you could say you got a podcast, and it could be true. You do have a podcast. It's in the podcast format. It's on Apple Podcasts. It's available for download.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, technically that's true, but there's no real way for the community or anybody to like subjectively tell you if something's good or bad, because it is all subjective. So with music, though, I feel like if you had a band or created some music, society could tell whether it's good or bad.
No, that's the absolute the definition of subjective.
Yes.
Just because it's not popular doesn't mean it's not fucking good. There's a lot of bands that are not popular that are really good.
A lot of shows that are really good.
But I'm talking about just the baseline of putting the music together in a format. Daniel was talking about this today, like what the Justin Bieber song.
No, yeah, there are. Yeah, there
you know what I'm saying?
There's
science.
certain chord progressions and there's science behind, like that new song "Lonely" by the Bieber and the old what is the guy's name? He's good though, Benny Blanco. Great song. There are certain chord progressions that, based on the way that they move and that they kind of ride their own wavelengths, will affect your mood and make you feel certain things, because it's almost like brain math. It's almost like a literally musical brain math in the fact that these chord progressions, no matter what, will make you feel a certain way.
Yeah, but there's a million other artists and bands that are doing that exact style of writing, but they're just not popular because there's too much content.
No, I'm saying that the actual song, we could tell as a society, like say... like I don't know how to play an instrument. Like I don't really. Like I could play bass, and we could all get together and attempt to play something. It would sound like garbage. And
Let's
then
do it, mediocre band.
But then we put it up, and we're like, I made a song. I think everybody can all agree and be like, that sounds like garbage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, but if it was put together well, no matter if you liked it or not, you could at least say, oh, it's put together well. It's a nice song. We don't have that for podcasts. We would have no idea. Like, it's just like people talking. So
you mean like a bass, a bass line?
Yeah, you can't judge it like a song. You know,
like Juan is saying that those type of chords and how that might hit you is different for everybody. Yeah, if you want to dial it down that much, sure. But there are tried and true musical math equations that no matter what, if I take those chords, 99% of the time, I'm going to hit you in the feels because I know the way that this works. I'm sorry, it's just it's a math equation you can't get out of.
And even just the bass, like the drum beat, it has to be like the same,
it's
right?
Super
Like,
technical, yeah.
So like if that's off and then like the music doesn't go together, you could be like, this is bad, right? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's no way to tell with a podcast really. Like by listening to it, because you're like,
that there's a confidence level maybe in people's voices that I can pick up on. Like for local podcasts, like I get sent a lot of podcasts from people like locally around here that are like, this is the new thing I want to do, and they send it to me and they're like, check it out.
Yeah, and this is not at all saying that we're good at all. I'm not.
No, that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But I will listen to it, and the number one criticism I have is that it sounds like when you're on the mic, you're afraid to be on it.
Then that comes with reps.
And that I think that's comfortability. Like I don't think that really has. I mean, you could say something absolutely horrible, and you could say something absolutely not funny, and you could do a song that's not good, but you could still have enough hours in on the mic to feel comfortable, like and being confident when you say things.
So you think confidence kind of equates to being a decent singer in a band? Like at least you could hold a note, and then if you have confidence while doing a podcast, so at least
I don't
you got
agree with that at all.
I
know confident podcast hosts that their shows suck.
Yeah. But that's subjective to you, though.
Right,
Yeah,
it sucks to me.
They
Yes,
might
you're right.
suck, but on the surface area, I would say if I came in and I just had, if you only gave me 15 seconds to listen to it, they might.
We'll never win this argument because everything's subjective.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying.
I think it's more than music.
I'm
It's
just
gotta
saying
be,
on
right?
the surface, if I come in, you give me 15 seconds, and you're like, give me an idea of what this podcast like. Is it good or is it bad? I would like to think that the person presenting like feels like what they're saying they believe in, and there's a certain level of like, it's almost authentic or genuine at that point.
Yeah.
So I can almost tell. I think now if you're being like. If you don't really believe the opinion, like it used to be in radio when I started working in radio with Ed Till, he used to want me to take positions that I didn't truly believe in, so there would be a counterpoint. And I learned really quickly in radio that when he would do that, it was very difficult for me to latch onto something I wasn't passionate about.
It's
you know,
not
if he
legitimate.
wanted,
Yeah.
you'd be, even if I had all the facts in front of me, and
That's
even
a
if I could
skill.
argue it. I'm not good at it. If I don't believe in it, you know I don't believe in it.
That's an old school radio skill
It
that some of
is.
those people have, where they can passionately argue about something they don't even believe
Jim
themselves.
Colbert has that. Russ Rollins has that. Sean Watson has that. There are certain guys. Yeah, I think you can do it better than I can. I can't. For some reason, I'm too sensitive. I would need to be closer to you on the spectrum.
I could do it as a joke.
Yeah, but I can't do it as good as you can.
I can do it as a joke, but play it off serious for sure.
You can, but I'm too sensitive, I think, to do it.
I think
I can tell.
Seth legitimately thinks I hate him. Like that's how convincing. I am.
Rattle him. You and I have been having this conversation.
I tell him, she hates you.
Yeah,
but
keep
you
going.
realize
I want
that
him to think
nobody
that.
can rattle him in this room more than Sam. She is in control. She says things, and he'll look over and be like, "Oh, wow, you really believe that?"
And he usually doesn't say shit back, but he'll say shit back to you. guys.
Are you a pretty girl? That's his weakness.
You intimidate him.
You do, and you're tall. He hates
He's fucking MMA fighter.
No, it doesn't matter.
It's a more of a.
Oh man, to have a good-looking, intelligent, lesser human bully him? No, I'm serious. That's what you're saying.
All right. Oh shit.
We gotta
We gotta get the hell out of here. Cranberry sauce is getting warm.
Yeah, man, my foot is pruny.
I'll plug Seth's dojo. It's
Jinduko.
Ninjago.
It's
what is it?
It's
God damn it.
Jinduko.
Jindugu.
Orlando KarateofOrlando.com.
Okay, there it is.
Yep.
If you want to,
I like how it's like. He's like, I like how he's like, it's Jinduko, it's a traditional, he's like, but you guys are all rednecks, just Karate of Orlando. It's very much like, like I have a car shop, you can come to my car shop, it's called Excellence in Audio, it's just called Change Your Fucking Oil. You know, like it's like.
oilcar.com. Samantha, who's on Semantics this week?
So this week we're going to have our friends Alex Moorhead. You may have heard him on BYOCB in the past. And our buddy Dan Grun, who's also been on our show quite a few times.
Grumpy and FFJ
Yeah,
will always
it'll be fun.
make a good...
I saw them at the Orlando City tailgate. So I was like, I haven't hung out with you guys in a while. Let's come on my show.
Do you ever bring up his high school experience? Based on, you guys know where I'm going with this?
I don't.
His, high school kids and making fun of the last name.
Oh, yeah.
The Moorhead.
I wish that had been my wife's last name.
He looked at the chopper for approval.
Your wife's last name was Swallows.
I know,
true,
but she never has. Has your wife ever swallowed?
Your wife's never swallowed?
No, my wife's never
I
had.
don't think so.
Your wife's never swallowed either?
No, my wife
don't
always
know.
spits it in the toilet or it falls out. This morning it fell out on my thigh as she was getting off of me. It was gross.
That's okay.
I also...
It's gross. I don't like it.
I don't look at what happens after I just...
Every time I see something come out of my penis, I'm like, ah!
I freeze and stare at the ceiling, but then I wait until
Even pee. You guys don't hear me scream when pee comes out of my pee.
I
It's
do
a
hear that.
miracle to me. Every time I'm
you scream, what is this?
Yeah, I'm like, can't believe
you know
it.
what you say it's yellow doo-doo.
All right, let's
All
get
right,
it.
yeah. All right,
This is a
BDM,
lot of
thank
math.
you.
Yeah. Really? Thank you. Thank them.
Be
Thanksgiving.
safe for Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
All that, yeah.
Get those bundles. Get those ACT hats.
Yeah.
Everybody stay safe.
And you know what? I would
there.
like to say something kind of serious because I know we like to cut up and act stupid, but
Okay.
this Thanksgiving, while you're around the table with your loved ones, I realize it's not ideal. I realize that we've all been through a lot this year. And especially, I can speak for myself with my mom passing around the holidays. Not cool. So as you guys have your meal this particular Thanksgiving, I would like for you to join hands and bow your heads and think about what's important. Beth from Dog the Bounty Hunter, she's important.
I knew it. I didn't expect that one, but turkey.